a gift sub. You have gifted a sub to Champa. There we go.
Welcome everybody
Thank
to
you.
the archive as well. I will now minimize that and forget that it's running.
No problem, Chapo. Glad to have you listening with us.
It was only dramatic music and the title cards over at Karn's channel. What?
I have really epic battle music playing for my pre-stream.
I see. Are we fighting?
No, I
No.
just like to have everybody, if somebody's actually in the pre-stream, I like to get them hyped up for everything. And then we come in and we sit and you talk politics for 2 hours.
Fine.
Well, in-game politics, you know what I mean.
No politics in my stream, please.
No, not in mine either.
If you want proper Dutch, for I can't speak, it would be ik kan het niet. Ik kan niet spreken.
Yeah. Isn't like Sprechen Sie Deutsch, like, do you speak Dutch?
Do you speak German?
German?
Yeah.
I know, like...
My grandma can swear in German.
So can I. Scheiße, everybody knows what Scheiße is.
Yeah, that's
the normal one.
Hmm.
Do you know how Beethoven just started cussing out people with one of his compositions?
Oh.
Yeah, it would be Kann ich sprechen. But the problem is that I think colloquially they don't say I can't speak, they just say I can't do whatever language. So
That's one of the reasons why I haven't tried learning a second language, is because all the colloquialisms of things. It's just so hard, because you learn like the base language, and then you go like anywhere other than major cities or something like that, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's fine. You just have to learn. Is it the same in Dutch, Onion?
Ik spreek geen Engels. Spreken Sie Engels?
I think it's Engels.
Engels?
What do you say?
Ik spreek geen. Is it geen Engels? Or is the G different?
I think it's a hard E.
Is that not what I said?
Maybe I misheard you.
Mhm.
There's an N. Clearly, there's phonetics for that.
It's English.
That's thick.
ENGLISCH is how they spell English.
Take languages with like a solid structure and force them into English phonetics that are already broken.
No, there is an whole entire international
I
phonetic
know.
alphabet, so
It gets rid of all the weird stuff when you put 2 letters next to each other, like ER, EN, all that shit. A lot of the consonants.
I mean, I did an entire stupid presentation on it before.
Oh,
God.
well, there you go. Well, why don't you give us some phonetics?
Nope.
What?
I haven't looked at it in like 5 years. More than 5 years, actually.
Time for a refresher.
Nope.
you should find your presentation and send it to Karn so he can roleplay his character better. You have
No.
to give us phonetics for
Dude,
a whole bunch of phonetics for all the languages.
I
I
just started.
just did the placement of the tongue versus inhale versus exhale and stuff like that. That's all I did. I didn't do any of the consonant stuff.
Dude, I just started a brand new visual novel for Sakura Saturdays. I'm already fucking up
Hey,
on the
Ferrum.
names half the time.
Ferrum, Kazuki says, Ferrum, say some Chinese.
That's extremely limiting.
Doesn't matter what.
Some means
you
two
can say
words.
Ni hao, wan sheng hao, ni shente hao ma.
Meaning,
Good evening. Hello, how are you? Or how's your health?
noise.
Yep. Yeah, don't be so nervous. We're just here to mess with you. We won't be mean.
No, it's just my vocabulary is super limited.
That's okay. That's why you have to. Yeah, you actually got the tones pretty close for almost all of it.
It's harder with headphones on. I didn't have.
At this
normally I
angle, it
have,
looks
like,
like
one ear-
Henry is staring into my soul with one eye.
Because he's staring at me while I'm eating. Hi, Henry. Alright, well, I can continue eating in silence.
Oh, my feet.
Especially the last health part. Yeah, it
Aw.
actually is.
It is tail like.
What was it? India Su.
What?
India Su. Like wrong tone. I think that's how you say it.
India.
In or
India.
India.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor
My
starving
eyes-
dog. He already ate more than he should have. That's why he's fat.
Oh, 'cause I learned that, but just in passing. We were just being very formal.
Mhm.
I know that's how you say like informally, like like how are you? Like did you eat yet?
Yeah.
But I can't remember it in the Chinese.
Mhm.
Oh. I clicked something wrong.
I hope everyone likes the one ear that you can see of Henry. Oh, he moved.
Yeah,
Now
you can
only
see his
a
butt.
foot.
You can see his butt.
Foot.
Henry butt. Puppy butt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Chilai ma.
Mm-hmm. Sulema.
I don't have the tones.
True love. No, I mean,
No.
one of
yeah.
sorry. You guys probably don't want to see me thinking and eating at the same time. Because I'm not paying attention to stream right now. As I'm trying to finish my food before Henry, so he will leave me alone.
Oh shit, I need to grab something.
What do you want, Henry? Nope. Did you just say get him the shooty shoots?
Yeah, I thought he was playing Battlefield.
Borderlands?
Oh, well that's you.
That's my assumption.
BLT. Oh, I thought it was an F.
Close enough. They are both shooters. You're still not wrong. I will hide my eating.
You're eating.
Doing.
Mhm. Hmm.
Can't hide your eating.
You better be careful, Rask. Get back on camera.
Or what?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm very far away from you, so it's very hard to threaten you.
Yeah.
It makes it difficult. Can you come to New York for a little while?
I mean, I don't really want to fly right now. I
No,
also
just
don't really want to
walk.
drive.
Just walk.
Drive.
Yeah,
Right.
Henry
It's
loves
only
to
like
walk.
an 18-hour drive.
You can just blog stream the entire time.
Actually, it might be more for you. Yeah, pick up JTC and road trip.
I don't think he would want to come.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm.
A road trip with Retsu sounds fun.
That sounds horrible.
And Henry.
Yeah,
Right, you're not
and
gonna leave Henry behind.
Jeez.
No, I'm not. I'm not mean. I would not leave Henry behind. Except for he hates the car?
Well, that's why you're walking. We already established this.
Right.
My bad.
Good thing Henry's light.
Oh, God.
You just get one of those, like, papoose things and just one of that.
Forrest Gump.
A doggy Bjorn.
Yeah.
Doggy Bjorn. Yeah.
I am fully set up now. Streams live and archive going, so.
Yeah, Caleb just finished dinner. I didn't finish cooking until like 7 or 6:56.
Well, I need to.
I was like, it's kind of close.
I need to quick make my dinner, and by make my dinner, I mean use this kettle of hot water that I just set and put it in some ramen cups.
Oh yeah, I made pork chops on the grill with rice and vegetables.
Why are we all talking about if Henry would have his legs after walking for X amount of distance?
It's slowly erode down to
New
the
York.
nubs.
That's why you get the doggy Bjorn, that circumnavigate the issue.
What is the difference between a papoose and a Bjorn? Are they just colloquial terms?
I've never heard the latter.
You never heard of a Bjorn?
Mm-mm.
Baby Bjorn?
Mm-mm.
And I haven't heard of the former.
Yeah, I've never heard of the former.
I think the papoose is just like a English terminology for it. Like Brittany English. I don't know, I watch a lot of English YouTubers. The terms come up like more than once to the point where I know what it means.
I only watch one American YouTuber. I guess they're not really even like a single YouTube channel.
Do you watch Afu?
No,
You don't know who Afu is?
no.
Fooey.
Afu.
No, but yeah,
What
you don't
what
know him.
Thomas?
For Fooey.
His brother's Achu.
He doesn't have a brother.
Sisters, bless you.
Well, I know everybody was kind of we were still eating a little bit and stuff. Is everybody good to go?
Yes.
Eric, what about you? I know you're eating some ribs. I know that could take some time and be very saucy. So I just want to make sure you're all good.
I'm on the last one, so.
All right. Well, I guess then we'll go over everybody's intro real quick, and then we will do what happened last time. We'll do an initiative roll for the recap. So we will start off with Sir Carnes.
Yes, I am Carnes in the Round Stump, Lord Kira of everywhere else, including Twitch and YouTube. I play Bashir, the Kobold Ranger, I think the tiniest one in the group, but also the oldest relative to age range of species. So he's a tiny old man, technically. But yeah, I'm one of the streamers in this group. I can also be technically called Mikoto the Fox Girl after last night. Sakura games are so fun to mess with.
I'm sorry, that's just really confusing because also very worrying because you said after last night I could be called Fox Girl.
I started Sakura Fox Adventure last night for Sakura Saturdays, and the main character is Mikoto, a fox spirit girl.
Okay.
And it's the first time I've played a Sakura game with female pro tags, so I'm just concerned about some of the lines I might have to say.
It's fine.
It's a Sakura game.
I'm sure it won't be inappropriate at all.
Alright, that's me, though. Sorry to drag that out.
No worries. Thank you, though, very much, Carnes. Next up, we have Rubik.
Hi, I'm Rubik. I'm a dwarf barbarian paladin, among other things, and I'm the leader of the bone collectors group that's currently terrorizing a village. We're definitely the good guys. I'm real good with hitting stuff with a sword, and we're going on a boat someday.
Don't you ever forget.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rubik. Going on a boat someday. I like that. At least now it's there's some quotations around that. So next up we have Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I play Skritchs. Yeah, he owns a fleet of ships now. He's a goblin cleric admiral, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole fleet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Mhm.
watch
The whole
last-
fleet.
I don't think you watched last one.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
It's okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Jay, for that.
What happened to my fleet, guys?
Next up we have Kuuretsu.
For
Skretch's
Skritchs,
turn, Jay, sorry.
Oh. No, I'm not done. I need to know what happened.
tune in next time.
No, tune in last time.
Alright, we gotta delay a couple hours while he watches the VOD.
Yeah, recap.
All right. I'm Kuuretsu, and I play Rask, the lizard folk, who is the youngest of the group. Not that anyone has ever asked his age. And he likes to hit things with his glaive, and is apparently the person who likes to talk to people, but is not great at it.
It's great to watch.
Sometimes. Is that sarcasm?
Oh God, no! I'm sorry.
I'm not. It's over. I'm not doing that anymore.
I don't believe you. Was that sarcasm?
No.
Oh god. All right.
What
Well,
about that?
thank you,
What-
Kuuretsu.
That's it. Thanks.
Next up, and we have Jack Attack.
I'm Jack, also known as Eric, and I play Jack. He's a Warforged Paladin who's currently multi-classing. But yeah, I carry Skritchs around on my shoulder and stuff, unless he's mean, and then I deny him uppies.
Rude.
Rude. That's all you hear.
Maybe
I
you
feel
should.
like Skritch got screwed last session.
No.
You got
Skritch
denied
will be
upbeat.
happy.
Right?
And,
Skritch is like my fleet, no
It's-
uppies.
And on a minor note, I may have lost my fleet.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
he denied you uppies, and then he told me he just said no uppies, so Rast didn't give you uppies either. He was looking at him. Rast could not say no.
Yeah. Don't worry about the uppies though. The fleet is great.
Yeah.
Things
it
are
served its
going
function.
well.
Things are fine. Things are going well. Yeah.
Sorry, what fleet?
Carm.
The one from 2 sessions ago.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Phoenix Aries. Last but not least, we have Ivan, aka Runark.
Hello. I am Runark in Discord, and I play Ivan Lionheart. I am a human alchemist artificer. I enjoy concocting alchemical items and elemental bombs and throwing them at our enemies. And apparently, I like messing with Dev a lot too, because him and I, we talk a lot to each other. I don't know why. I don't really care for the guy that much, but we end up conversing all the time. So hopefully he's a good navigator. He could be lying about that. He lies about everything else.
I once again forgot that we had Dev with us. Every
on
damn
Dev.
week.
All right. Well, that's everybody. And I am your host, the DM of tonight's session. My name is Caleb, or Wolfgang, and I will be the one telling this fabulous story and letting the players take you on an adventure unlike any other before. And I literally mean that, unlike any other before. So, we will start off with initiative roll and recap what happened last time. Except Skritch, because Skritch was saving the world in real life.
Oh, okay. Do we need to roll?
Yeah. Do we really need to roll?
Let me guess,
Roll,
Bashir got a
roll,
natural
roll.
20. Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, someone else could get a natural 20.
I was legit
Even if they
calling.
do, Bashir is the only 5 in dexterity.
No, I
Oh,
was
then-
legit crossing my fingers like, come on, be low. Let's
Oh,
see what
Rubik
else
came
there
close.
was.
Ivan was closer.
I was pretty close. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, everybody tried. Good try, everybody.
Pat yourself on the back.
Oh man.
Participation award.
Bashir, please take us back to what happened last time, good sir.
I would actually like to forego my turn, considering that I constantly had with my modifier. I'm
That's-
constantly doing this, so someone else
Yeah,
have a
but
turn.
It's part of it, man.
Natural 20.
You take it.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I mean, if you don't want to have it, you can pass it on. Next person up would be Ivan.
We started off where Skritch was. He wanted to go shopping for furniture for the captain's quarters. He needed it desperately. So I believe he leaves he almost leaves by himself at first, but Jack ends up going with him. They get to the store and it ends up being way too early. Like nobody's even open. It's still pretty much dark outside. Skritch is still looking around though. He still wants what he wants. He ends up getting to a house and they see a chair that they like. I think. No.
What originally happened is that Skritch went by himself, and then Carnes and I went to go look for him afterwards. And then we found him on a porch, like knocking on the door, asking them to open up.
Right, he was scaring the family to the point where they gave him
So
a
they were
rocking
like-
chair.
They were like, "Just take it."
You know what, Rubik? Go ahead. Apparently, I don't remember enough from last week.
Huh.
Oh, 'cause
Well,
I
I'm
feel
trying to be rude. It was just like,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I honestly just don't remember enough from last week. I feel
Yeah.
like that's going to be happening most of the time. So just
All right, Rubik, if you'd like to take over.
Yep. My lazy self has fallen into only taking notes while my storyline is active. So it all started at the jail with Ivan talking to Devin. So yeah, Rubik was at the jail with Ivan talking to Dev, and he mentioned a boy was trying to kill him, and that the boy he attempted to kill the boy, and so they're both in jail. And the boy says that Dev killed his whole family, his whole town, and his wife, and then boy being like 18 years old or whatever. And then
I can't hear you. Rubik, are you still talking?
kind of believed him.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
They
now I
were
hear
like, wow, Dev, you're a piece of crap, but we need a navigator, so maybe you'll come with us, we'll lock you up. And then we decided, oh, that'd be a great idea. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I see my thing going up and down, up and down. I don't know what's happening to my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, now you're good. You're crystal clear now.
Yeah, it keeps going green, red, so. And then we ended up being taken to the back room with Julia. She gave us a letter from Lord Velkin, saying that he's sending us aid, some trusted comrades from the Bone Collectors, and that they'll be here like the following morning. Well, this morning, I suppose, because it's now early AM. We talk to Dev. We take him with us. We get him out of the prison. Take his stuff all of his stuff in the bag of holding. I leave with Dev, heading for the ship. Ivan stays behind and takes the boy also. That's when Ivan we both believed the boy like about Dev, and then the boy started like kind of saying some weird shit and like that he's crazy. We kind of think. Anyway, because we found out from one of the guards that like the town was like fine, but like you think Dev has just killed his wife, but the guy's like blowing it all out of proportion. Like, oh, he killed my whole village, when really it was just his wife, which is still a big deal. But it's not like Dev's going around like slaughtering everybody. But like, why did Dev kill this guy's wife? So we're trying to figure that out. So we're throwing Dev in prison on the boat. The boy's gonna be a laborer on the boat, I suppose, and hopefully not cut our throats while we're sleeping.
at least he's at the moment, at least.
As we get back to the boat, again, this is all just my storyline or where I was active. As we get back to the boat and get everybody settled, Dev's in the prison. We're talking to the people on the ship about like, what do you know about ships? And they're like, oh, well, I've been on a fishing boat. Well, how big was the fishing boat? Well, it was like a fucking rowboat, and they don't know shit. And so we're taking the people that know a little something and sticking them with people that don't know anything and trying to. It's a good thing we hired another crew, basically. So we have a bunch of like people that can like sweep and mop.
Clean.
And then shortly after that, we go back like on top deck, and the cloaked figures on a boat with a couple other people. Turns out it's Balthazar, the red lizard folk who Sorthal had saved in the Ember Citadel.
He is a
And-
dragonborn.
Oh, really? Have red lizard folk here?
No, he looked like one, but he is a dragonborn.
And then he's got several others with him that weren't really necessarily introduced, but we may or may not know them. And Oh, and part of the crew coming with us, we wanted the crew we had hired in trade for the ships were not including the plot of land. The head guy was going to go and test Dev to make sure that he's not a complete idiot when it comes to navigating. And that's kind of where my notes end.
Okay. Does anybody want to add anything? I know Eric and Carnes, you guys were kind of going over what happened with you and Skritch. I know you, Carnes, and Jack actually they did a lot of stuff last episode together, so if you guys want to fill in anything.
I mean, I don't remember that much at all. Part of the reason why I decided to forego, but I remember we left once we realized that Skritch had no idea where he was going to get furniture. It was Skritch, and yeah, we found him at some random person's home, pointing at a rocking chair that was like half in the mud because they ran inside, saying they have furniture, so it's a furniture store. And they said that you could take it, so Skritch sat in the chair, and Jack walked him back to the ship like that. And like you said earlier, we eventually found a furniture store, but it was like 2 or 3 a.m. at night at that point, so we decided to go back in the morning. We dubbed the I can't remember if it was last time or the time before, but we dubbed the Hobgoblin. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but we dubbed him the Count because he's good at counting.
Quasinab.
Quasinab. Something.
Either Quaz or Nab. One was his father's name / title.
Oh, I really need to write this guy's names down at some point. Yeah, we found out how literal he sees the world, and when we told him to make a noise if the kid ever woke up, because we brought him to the ship knocked out. And as soon as the kid woke up, he started screaming to alert everybody with Ivan being
He did
right
exactly what he was told.
He did exactly what he was told, yes.
I was there, though. I couldn't have been much closer to him.
Lady Julia, if I'm remembering that right off the top of my head, is currently guarding the brig, which is where Bashir essentially hogtied Dev to the floor after we gagged him so he couldn't talk.
Yeah, he's in a pretty uncomfortable state in the ship right now, and he's also under very good protection by Julia.
Right, and the only keys to get into the brig are in Rubik and Bashir's hands right now.
I feel so sorry for Julia.
Right. Well, we gagged him for a reason, so that he wouldn't bother her. But the kid is definitely has something against him. There was I don't know if anyone touched on this, but at least we suspect Dev has cursed the kid somehow, where he can't speak of what happened in any way without causing physical damage to himself. So we've actually been healing him as he's a kid and he's stupid, and he keeps activating the curse by doing what activates it. So we need to figure out a way to either fix that, or we could just throw Dev overboard and give the kid what he wants. I don't know.
I like how we are saying to throw our navigator overboard and not the random kid that we picked up.
All right.
But,
Jack, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, let's throw the kid. We're the good guys.
I can't remember what we called them, but we heard the one guy that we ran into said something about pirates. I don't remember what we called them though.
It was a random fisherman that I
Yeah,
sort of terrorized.
It's like water bandits or something.
Yeah, water
Yeah,
bandits.
Yep,
water
water
bandits.
bandits.
Yeah, but we made like 18 jokes about that for
Well,
a good 10
yeah, 'cause-
minutes.
Yeah, because Rask didn't know what pirates were.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we learned about that, and there was a big thunderstorm, and I think that's really it. I know when that one guy came on the boat, I don't remember his name. The guy that Skritch won the ships from.
Not the same one. His son.
Oh, is it a different guy?
The new captain of the Silver Scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't there that
That
session
is
when we
that
met
is
him,
his
but-
that was his first mate, and he's basically he's always accompanied by Gerard's two sons, the two other halfling boys.
Okay. But he basically said if he if he saw Skritch, he was gonna like go ballistic and kill him or something like that. So
Mhm.
Jack kept him away from Skritch.
Yeah.
And then if anyone wants to fill in what happened with the fleet, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, just-
we're good.
I don't know.
No, I
said
think it's good. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows what happened.
Exactly. We're all up to date.
This
Well,
is
I mean,
all in
it
character
actually-
as well.
It actually hasn't happened yet, technically.
Yeah, just
The deal's been made.
negotiations.
Yeah,
Right.
just negotiations were made about the fleet and stuff.
Rask did tell Skritch that he would get money for the boats.
Oh yeah, and he will.
Right.
I think Bashir is currently carrying his payment.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
he is. This is all
Yeah.
true.
Riches of a king.
All right.
So yeah, that's all I have to add.
All right. Is there anything else anybody would like to say or chime in real quick before we get started?
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, Skritch.
Oh no, it's all right.
Oh,
Oh, just sorry, Skritch. That was it.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure.
I think
the-
Bashir dubbed
your-
the bard bird as our lookout.
Yep, he's up in
Yeah.
the crow's nest right now as well as Skritch.
Yep, Sir Beekman,
The bird is in the crow's nest where he belongs.
the one-eyed
Oh.
bard Kenku. Rubik, what were you gonna say?
Oh, the hobgoblin can count.
Oh yes, yeah. Karns had already dubbed,
Oh, did
told
he?
everybody that you guys
Alright.
have nicknamed him the Count.
Yeah.
His name
The-
was Nab, and he wishes for his name to be Quaz from his father's title long ago when he was in the the Great Hobgoblin Army.
I
Wasn't
would
that
like to
great.
point out that the halfling girl got upset at Jack, I think. Someone for treating her like she was really young or something like that.
That might have been Bashir because he calls everybody boy and girl.
No, I think it was Jack.
I think it was Jack.
Blame Jack.
Was it Jack?
I think it
Pretty
was
sure.
Jack because what she said, I think she said, "I am not a girl, I am a woman," and then my brain was just like, "Oh, okay."
And then
And
we
then
all
that's where-
went to a spot that should not be said on Twitch.
I mean, I was not the person that in our chat that said I ship it, but yeah, that was just a random thing.
That is correct. She wanted to make sure Jack knew what she was. So with that, since there's nothing else to be added, well done by everybody. You guys added quite a bit of stuff. We got everything pretty much covered, and we will start off with. We will actually start off with Ivan, since Ivan attempted at least to get the initiative started. So,
I mean,
Ivan,
I'll take it, but that's so silly.
Ivan, you are still in the meeting room on the ship on the Silver Lantern with Rubik, Bashir, and Rask.
And they basically just walked out.
Yeah,
More or
it's been about 10 minutes since Captain Alton has left of the Silver Scale Merchant Group, and the sun is just peeking up over the horizon now. And it's coming through the glass windows. It's kind of it's a very warm feeling, as you guys can feel the sun coming up. But you still see some storm clouds and such, so it's probably be a cloudy day from what the looks of it are. and it's still drizzling here and there. There's still some like little drops of rain here, hitting like kind of pitter-patting against the panels of the windows, and you can still hear it hitting the wood of the deck outside as well. So this looks like decent sailing weather today. You guys are it's a decent sign from what you guys can see. Is you're just kind of sitting there quietly amongst yourselves. Is there anything you'd like to say or do, Ivan?
I hope they can look over our terms and agree to them quickly. I'd like to sail soon. The earlier the better.
Well, it had seemed that they had agreed already. It's just we were waiting for the paperwork from Skritch and for the crew members to come back.
Well,
Come here.
we never made the final deal with Alton. We made it with who am I looking for? Rask. Can I? You speak with him when he's around a lot.
Broken-hearted guy.
I believe so.
Marco.
Marco. Yes. That's who we made
Well,
the final negotiations with, and he was going to relay them to Alton.
He was promoted recently.
So he has more pull at least. So I mean, it probably will go our way. Just hope it's soon.
Hope he does.
Bashir isn't in here, or is he?
He's sitting across from you. You could see his head kind of like since he was standing on the chair. He's sitting now. You can kind of see the tops of his eyes just staring at you and Rubik.
How's the inspections of the ship's been going, or the ship been going?
The ship is prepared to sail, but but perhaps we each need to get together personal gear before we leave. It was a point brought up by Three earlier. Many of us, including myself, have never actually been on the sea.
No, I agree. That'd be great. I mean, what kind? I mean, I haven't actually looked around. I know there's a general store, but is there any other shops around here?
Me and Jack looked earlier, or last night, and we found what we believe is boat store, something of that sort. But we will go back probably soon, once it is light out, so that we can go during their operating hours. For now, if the ship is set, he looks around. I can't remember if Skritch is on the boat right now or not.
Skritch is on the boat.
But he's not in the room, right?
Nope, he's outside on the deck. He had just heard Jack talking to Balthazar, basically introducing himself from another member of the Bone Collectors here to help you guys.
Okay.
So Skritch was making his way over there to find out who it is. He was excited in the sense of something new.
Right. So he's not anywhere close enough to hear things.
Oh no.
Bashir just sort of look around, perk his ears up, make sure Skritch isn't there. I have also taken measures to ensure that the captain does not get into any of the more volatile elements on the ship. The only one with the key to the hold containing such items is myself and Rubik.
It's actually a pretty smart idea. Good thinking.
I have also found quite a useful brig room to keep Dev inside. Julia is waiting for us there if we need to use him. Bashir is still uncertain what the situation is with Dev. Last I heard, he was our ally, and then you tell me now he's murderer.
Well, I mean, he kind of always was a murderer, but he was a temporary ally in the Citadel. He was much like you. We had saved him. You just turned out to be a much more reliable friend.
You're not a murderer, are you?
That depends on who you're asking.
Well,
Good answer.
So what was that? I didn't hear you quite well, Rubik.
Oh, I just said good answer.
DM, are we super tired? I don't think we've slept all night.
Oh yeah, you guys are pretty tired. You guys have bags under your eyes. You guys are pretty exhausted. It's been a historical night in the sense of Bone Collectors and for Captain Skritch in the sense of things, or Admiral Skritch, however he wishes to be called. There's a lot going on. You guys have definitely changed the fate of a lot of different factions. So you guys made a big impact tonight in itself, just in the several hours you've been doing things. And you guys are still waiting for things to get done and unfold. So you guys are pretty exhausted, pretty tired. Even if you knew you ate and drank, you just need good rest. You need to get some good sleep.
Okay. Well, I mean, is it light enough for any of the shops to be open yet? And I'll kind of like look back out the window.
You can roll a survival check.
Okay.
In the 10 minutes that we were waiting, Rask has fallen asleep, but he's still standing up.
Okay, yeah, you're just kind of like snoring in the sense, like with your arms crossed leaning against the table.
He's got he's like got the reticulating eyelid. Like,
Oh,
it's,
okay, yep.
covered, but it still looks like he's awake.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask if he has the second eyelids, like the
Yeah.
clear ones. Yeah.
Perfect. So you I'm with the 7. You can just tell it's morning. You don't know what time it is though. You can just tell the sun's coming up. You're just you're too tired. You're not outside either, so it's even tougher to tell.
I think the shop, it might be open now. Should we send somebody to get some supplies so we can take off a little sooner? I'm willing to go if everybody wants to make a list or something.
Quartermaster?
Bashir needs sleep. Perhaps send the Jack the robot who needs enough sleeping time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bashir's grasp on common dies without sleep.
I'll see if I can find him around. I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Go ahead and come up with whatever you need, and I'll be back for it. And I'm going to... I'll stand up and I'll go look for Jack.
Okay. Rubik, what would you like to do? Do you want to say or do anything before Ivan leaves, or you want to talk to Rask or Bashir about anything?
No, I guess I'm just gonna kind of like follow out, and I mean, because the meeting room doesn't go anywhere; it's just the meeting room.
Correct.
I'm just gonna follow out and go like stand around the deck.
Okay.
Like, wait for the other crew members to show up.
Okay. Do you want to invite Rask and Bashir out, or do you just want to stand up and leave, following Ivan in a sense?
Yeah, I'm just. I'm not like, I'm not gonna bang the gavel and say meeting adjourned. I just get up and just like shuffle outside, like slowly, just like tired.
All right. Rask, is there anything you'd like to do as you see Ivan and Rubik kind of shuffling their feet
Rask is
outside as they look
asleep.
pretty tired? Oh, Rask is asleep. All right, Rask. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Wouldn't it just be passive perception?
Oh, it would be. You're right.
'Cause
You're right, because he's sleeping in a sense. What is your passive perception?
18?
18. Oh my God. So yeah.
Well, he's a cleric.
So Rask hears Rubik kind of slide Ivan and Rubik slide the chairs out, and Rask, you kind of wake up. You want to be startled? How do you want to wake up? Do you want to do something funny or like something that you kind of have a design for?
I mean, he like shakes his head a little bit, like he's startled, and then you just see the eyelids slide back, and he blinks normally and looks around and sees nobody there or like people leaving.
Yeah, you see
couple hours.
Ivan and Rubik leaving, and you see Bashir's like kind of like now standing in front of you in a sense, or like watching you like look around the room.
It takes him a moment to realize that he fell asleep, and then he's just gonna pretend that he didn't fall asleep and walk out after them. Rask did not fall asleep.
All right, so you guys all decide to leave Bashir. Do you decide to follow them? I'm assuming, or do you just want to hang out in there?
Bashir is going to head for a bedroom or try and find a cot just so he can at least get some sleep, because I don't think technically we haven't slept in 2 nights because we never slept at the fort either.
No, you did not sleep at the fort.
That's true.
We should all have a point or two of exhaustion then.
In a sense, you guys did take a short rest at the tavern. You didn't sleep. I mean, I don't know really if you guys just drank and ate, but I'm assuming you guys just took a short rest because it was about 4.5 hours. So I could say you guys napped.
I never napped a day in my life.
Well, besides you, Jack, but
Yeah.
but yeah, if you guys want, then yeah, we can give everybody a point of exhaustion, or if you guys are gonna be going to sleep soon, I could just, we could just keep moving on.
I assume we're all gonna go to sleep at some point.
And
Okay.
Bashir's going for at least a short rest.
Okay. All right, so Bashir, you're heading down below. Do you just want to stay in the bunkhouse with the rest of the other crew, or do you want to just find a separate bedroom that you do know that there are some separate but more luxurious bedrooms, it looks like, for more of the officers of the ship?
Quartermaster's gotta be part of the crew, not away from it.
All right, so you're gonna go down with the rest of the crew in the bunkhouse. So you're gonna start making your way. You know exactly where to go. So the rest of you are walking out on deck. Ivan, you're gonna go look for some stores to be open, or you're gonna go look for Jack. Okay, and Rubik, you're just gonna walk around the deck. And Resk, what are you gonna do when you get out there? Where would you like to go? Are you just waiting for Marco to return?
Raska's probably gonna wait for Marco to return, but he's probably gonna sit close to the gangplank. Just probably like lean over, probably where Vree was when she was fishing. He's probably
Okay.
gonna be right there.
Okay, so you guys are making your way outside. Jack and Skritch, you guys are pretty much being introduced to this random cloaked figure that was standing on the ship all of a sudden. After Marco ran off in a hurry a couple minutes ago, you see that this dragonborn, but what looks to from you, Jack, you've never met a dragonborn. So what looks to you looks to be some sort of red-scaled lizard folk of some sorts. Not entirely the same physicalities, like there are some differences, but from what you could tell, he looks like a lizard and he's red. That's all from what you can put together, since you've never seen a dragonborn in your entire life.
So he looks like a bigger Bashir.
No, actually, this is a very slender looking dragonborn. Very thin looking. You can see he's actually not wearing armor either. He's wearing sorcerer's clothes.
Onion says that it's Red Prince
There we go.
Divinity, if you guys know.
Yeah, that was good actually. Hello there. Again, I am Balthazar. So if you could, I would like to speak to Rubik. I believe he's still the chapter leader of this group, is he not?
Yeah,
Skritch,
he should be somewhere around here.
Skritch, you're walking up from kind of behind them as they're conversating, and you've never obviously met Balthazar either, but you can tell that he's wearing the same tunic as you, and he knows who Rubik is.
Okay.
You still have your hat, by the way.
Yes, your big hat. And pretty much that's all he would see coming towards him is a hat just kind of flopping towards him as it's like kind of magically floating on top of the deck just a couple inches or a couple feet off the deck. But Balthazar's not really facing Skritch, so he doesn't notice this. But he's looking at you, Jack, and he says, "Excuse me, why don't you take off your helmet?"
I'm not wearing a helmet.
Oh, forgive me. He bites his finger kind of as he's just put his foot in his mouth, but instead his finger. He kind of looks up to you. He says, "My apologies, my friend," and he's going to bow to you. "I did not mean to offend you if I did. I just assumed you were a large man in a suit of armor."
Why don't you take off your scales?
I
I point to him like I'm like a get it.
Yes, very, very, very clever, my friend. And he's just gonna kind of look towards look in your eyes. So that you are a mysterious fellow indeed. So you're what they call a warforged, are you not? As he's saying that, you kind of hear a cough down below from the gangplank onto the docks, where you see 4 other cloaked figures standing there. "Oh, forgive me. We've been traveling for a very long time, and these comrades wish to see their friends. All of you, quickly, come aboard. Well, of course, if it's okay with you, Master Jack."
Did I notice Skritch walking up?
You see Skritch's hat so very largely, just kind of, it's almost like portraying as a giant backdrop for Balthazar as he's standing there, and you just see this feather is like kind of flopping in the wind here and there, and it's just ridiculous. And if any normal person was standing there, would probably laugh, but because you're used to this and you're like, you have a big hat too, you understand the big hat, like the big hat laws that you and Skritch have created. You understand them and respect them, so it's not funny to you, but others would laugh.
Don't ask me, ask him.
And I'm gonna point to Skritch. Or I should say the hat.
All right, Balthazar's going to turn around, facing, kind of looking in the same direction as the same height. It doesn't see anybody but just the tip of the top of a feather. He'll follow the feather downward as he looks down and he sees this giant hat floating there. Oh my! Is this a flying carpet of some sort, or a rug, or is this a hat? Hello, is this hat alive? Oh, it speaks. Captain Skritch. Hello there, Captain Skritch. He's going to lean over and pick up the hat just a little bit, and he sees you underneath there, and he's going to smile at you. Oh, there you are, my friend. Hello. You have a magnificently large hat.
Excuse me. Don't touch Skritch's hat.
Oh, my apologies, my lord. And he's going to let go of the hat and he's going to bow to you, and he's going to actually he's going to get on all fours and lean down underneath, like it's almost of this kind of like there's a cat that's like hiding underneath the couch, and you're just trying to get the cat out. You're kind of coax it out. And he leans down. He says, "Hello there. I am Balthazar. I am here on behalf of Lord Vulcan, and I am here to help you all and assist you across the Great Sea." He smiles. "I've brought friends."
Captain Skritch welcomes you aboard his ship. Your friends can join too.
Well, glory to all. I appreciate your hospitality. Is Lord Rubik here?
Skritch doesn't think he's here at the moment.
Oh, bother. I wish to see him very, very dearly. Of course, we will wait for him. We have little provisions as well as I hope you do have enough food and water. We do have money to pay for our voyage over if there's not enough supplies for us. As he says this, he's going to wave everybody up. Ivan, Rubik, and Rask, you eventually kind of come out to this moment as well as everything's kind of catching up in time. And you see a Dragonborn standing in front of Jack with his back turned, and you can see that he's kind of on all fours, leaning down, talking to Skritch, the giant hat.
Do I recognize him?
Oh, you can hear his voice as clear as day, and it rings a bell to you and Rubik very clearly that is Balthazar, the Dragonborn sorcerer.
I'm just gonna stop and just listen to what Skritch is saying. I just want to hear the conversation. I'm just like, I see the hat, and I see the big guy, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Russ is gonna squint a little bit, not really registering because his brain is still kind of fuzzy from lack of sleep.
I'll look over to Rubik, and I'll look back over to Balthazar, and I'll look back to Rubik. Is that who I think that is? Is that Balthazar? Is that... Wait. Is he... Does it look like he's with anybody? I mean, Vulcan said he was sending reinforcements, right? This is what he was talking about. Rubik?
I thought you were talking to the DM when you asked if he was with anybody.
I asked.
Sorry.
I mean, I was asking him if he was with anybody, but I was talking to you about the other stuff. Like, is that Balthazar? You know, blah blah blah.
Well, if it's the red lizard from the jail, I suppose so. Certainly sounds like him, but I haven't met many red lizards. I only met a clear one and a red one. Rask?
That is... Rask blinks several times and tries to focus. That is not lizard folk.
So, the other scaly kind, that's not 2 feet tall. Wow, we have...
You kind of cross off Rask, you cross off Bashir, and then all you have left is Balthazar.
Well, he's not killing Skritch, and Skritch isn't stabbing him in the back and robbing him blind. So I assume it must be Balthazar.
Balthazar!
He will stand up, and when he does, he's facing his own reflection, looking into Jack's armor. Oh, excuse me, my friend. Over here, he's going to wave his hands past Jack. May I pardon by you and just get to my friends over there?
I'm gonna just real quick. As I'm standing next to Rask, I just slowly like put my hand up and like point your finger out, like to touch his face to see if he's awake.
Russ
Alright,
goes cross-eyed because he's trying to focus, and then he's just like he just gets booped, and then he's like, "What? What are
Go to
you
bed.
doing?
Sleep.
Have to wait for Marco."
Sleep.
As
Sleep
you actually say that, you actually hear Marco running back. Bone collectors, I have the news! I have the news! As he's waving a piece of paper in the air very happily.
Yes. Perfect. Good timing.
Captain Olton said he would give you the men you need in order for the fleet of ships that you would give him. He says the deal is true! As he holds up the scroll in honor and in excitement. We are to set sail!
Perfect. I can't.
Rask is confused by
wait.
the phrasing.
to
We're not lying about deal. Deal is true.
Of course the deal is true, but it was a complicated matter. Lord Alton is quite angry at all of you, but I
think
am glad he just decided to go with reason.
whose reason?
Your reason is, as you see, Marco has just kind of gone insane at this point, trying to work. He's trying to get Lord Alton to agree to this deal, and now you guys are giving him a hard time. So at this point he's just pulling his hair.
Is that the captain of the other boat?
He's literally just gonna sit on his butt on the docks and just pretend to cry.
Did you
I've been
test
awake for
them
too
yet?
long.
Did you want to test our navigator before we just drive the boat into the great unknown?
Well, of course. If he's truly a navigator, I wish to speak to him.
Well, I mean, I hope that you speak to him regardless, but I hope you can tell us if he's truly a navigator.
Well, of course. Bring him out here. I wish to speak to him. In fact, this weather is a good test of his judgment.
Well, perhaps you can go down into the brig and remove his gag and talk to him there.
You see, he doesn't know what to say as he's going to hold his finger up and stop, and then he's going to look around and then look back at you and he says, excuse me, pardon me, what did you just say? Remove his gag from the brig? I don't understand.
Oh, don't untie him.
Navigators. Oh,
Don't untie him.
Well, how do we take him outside to see the weather?
He'll look through a window, most likely.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Can I see this navigator first? You see now he just wants to know what's going on.
Go take him there, Rubik.
As he says that, you actually see that 5 others are behind him, and one of them being the large orc.
Fuck.
And you see that 4 others are there are 4 others, 2 of them being humans, 1 other being a halfling, and the other one being a half elf.
Is it the same? It's definitely not the half elf butler no, that was the full elf butler, right?
Yes, correct.
Kuuretsu?
No, this is a different half elf. You see that it's actually a female, and she looks like she's more of like a deckhand. You can see she's got ropes and all sorts of tools like attached to her belt and such like that. She doesn't seem much of a warrior. Well, the rest of the crew's here. Marco smiles, and he looks at the rest of the cloaked figures that are now walking the gangplank up to the boat, but they're just waiting for Jack and Balthazar to move. Jack, do you want to step aside, or are you just going to stand there and kind of stare at them all, like, and kind of you want to like kind of almost vet each one as they come on?
I'm gonna do a ocular pat down on each one as they pass
That makes
by.
a lot more sense. If you want to roll for ocular pat down,
Sure can.
Jack's definitely.
15.
all right.
I don't have ocular pat down. I'm not proficient in it, but
Okay, that's all right.
yeah.
So
what does the ocular pat down tell me? Come on, man. Leave me hanging.
hold on, yeah. Bashir is actually not going to go to bed just yet. He actually overhears all of this going on, and he's going to try to stay awake as long as he can.
You heard ocular pat down. Now he's up.
He loves a good ocular pat down.
No,
So as
Bashir,
you're looking over all the people, you can see that you can definitely tell who Balthazar is since he's removed his hood. As the next person gets onto the ship, you actually can see that it is a much smaller, more petite-looking figure. As she gets closer to the gangplank, she says, "Aren't you going to move, dummy?"
Oh, that's not a dummy. That's a person. We don't really need target practice here.
When she removes her hood, you actually see it is Tink.
Oh shoot!
The
Raz
plot
blinks
thickens.
several times.
Behind her, you see Elwyn
Wait,
remove
wait.
his hood.
Hold on. Tink is a fairy, right?
No,
Nope.
Tink
No.
is
Squirrel folk.
no,
No, she is.
no, she lives with the squirrel folk. She's
Oh,
a
that's-
gnome.
Yeah, she is a gnome.
she's
She was a gnome that was adopted by squirrel folk, basically. So she lived with them in
Oh, okay.
Acheron. So, but
Is
no.
isn't she like
so-
Jack's
with that,
daughter or something? Or- No.
yep. She's Jack's adopted daughter.
Wait, she's my adopted daughter?
Not
Jacques.
you.
I
Jock,
know.
Jock's adopted
Jock's
daughter.
adopted daughter. Yep. You see behind her though, Elwyn. Behind Elwyn, you see Godfrey, the paladin, long ago that helped
Oh yeah.
several of you, if you
I
remember.
Godfrey. He's a boss.
Godfrey is the man.
Yeah.
And behind Godfrey, you also noticed the Highlander who helped the Harper agent through everything when you guys were in Grieven, getting in and out of everything and helping you get to the Ember Forest.
Hell yeah. Wait.
There
So
can only be one.
if Godfrey's here, is Bard here?
You don't see Bard.
Bard's
You,
the-
I'm sure that's a question you can ask.
Okay.
Someone had to watch the temple.
So can we say
My eyes deceive me.
Yeah.
What a blast! Oh wow! It's good to see all of you. How have you all been?
They all get on. They're all kind of waiting to get on the ship as Jack is still standing there. Jack, what would you like to do?
I will reluctantly move out of the way.
Insert girder.
Yeah. So he steps aside and he lets all these people on.
I stare at Tink as she walks by.
Brask is gonna run
And Tink
forward
just kind of
and, like,
stares
pick
you
up
down too.
So can we just say like Bashir is there since he's probably joined up?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, I'm just trying to make.
Yeah, you're still on top deck.
Alright. Bashir, if Bashir sees Tink, then he would immediately walk towards her. Well, hello, little one.
okay.
It has been some time. How are
She
your
runs over
workmates?
to you. She runs over to you and Rask and just hugs you guys.
Oh.
Brask was gonna pick her up, and then he gets hugged instead because he's slow. Like,
Yep. She kind of picks up Bashir and then grabs you and brings you down, and you guys are all just hugging at the same time in a sense. Elvin's gonna walk over and he's gonna greet you, Ivan, and kind of give you a handshake. And you hear him in very broken common say, "Good to see you, friend."
With my mouth like just gaping wide open, I can understand you.
He smiles, and then you see he's kind of embarrassed, and then puts his elven helmet back on, which hides his face.
That was great. Yes.
The Highlander kind of chimes in, and he bites into a large apple, and he says, "That's all he's been trying to do is speak common the entire way here. This elf. I give him word." Godfrey laughs. "Getting your words from a Highlander could be very, very bad. You'll be speaking his words, no problem." Godfrey's going to look over to all of you, and he's going to smile. "It is good to see you all still well."
It's great to see you too. Where's Bard?
"Bard is actually with my son, back at the temple, training him."
Really? I didn't know you had a son.
He smiles. "I had one for quite some time living at a church and sanctuary, but he wishes to be a paladin just like his father, so I have him training as we speak. Hopefully one day he will join us in the battles against evil." He smiles. He looks to all of you. "Where may we rest and get food? It has been long. We are very low on provisions."
Of course, yes. We'll show you to the quarters. We'll have everybody stay.
"Thank you, friend."
Count! Count!
You shout for Count. You actually see the Count run up, and he He's right behind you, Skritch, and he stops right behind you, Skritch, and he salutes you. Captain Skritch, did you call my name?
No.
Oh. Well, someone called me. I know everyone's been calling me the Count, so I've been summoned by someone.
Counts?
He looks past the hat, past Jack, past Balthazar, past all these people, and he can't see you, Rubik, since you're on the opposite side. Someone's calling my name.
Yes. Come here.
He's going to run all the way around the other side of the boat. As he gets over here, he's kind of just puffing. My lord, what did you need?
Are you hungry?
I am hungry. Yes, it is morning, and I believe some of the other crew members were talking of breakfast.
A feast. Well, a moderate
feast.
feast. A meal, double portions all around. Go and ale. Go tell and prep and add on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 more.
11 more. Yes, my lord, and he's going to run off immediately.
What comes before 11?
10.
I flip him a gold coin.
He will catch it with glee, and then he will smile at you. My lord, should I tell you what comes after 11?
Please.
We don't need to impress everybody.
'Tis 12, my lord, as he runs and runs down the stairs as fast as he can.
Huzzah!
Oh no.
I turn back to the other people that got on the boat.
You see the new group is just stunned at you, Rubik, just kind of talking to this hobgoblin and just counting, just talking about numbers. Godfrey kind of just looks around at everyone. He says, "I'm too tired than I realize. I must go to sleep now." And he's going to just start walking downstairs. Does anybody want to show them down to the bunkhouse or anything like that, or?
I want to talk to Jack, but I can't after that.
Oh god. Rask is gonna slowly waddle all three of them in the hug towards Elwyn.
Okay.
I was gonna. I'm just gonna. I look towards Elwyn and like catch his eye and just give him like a nod, because Elwyn's a badass. If you people weren't here for things.
Elwyn will nod to you as well, as you can see he still has his same quiet demeanor,
and then
but can speak some common now.
And then I say, Rask.
Yes.
You and Tink keep an eye out for the new guys, the other new guys.
As Marco and them are walking up the gangplank. Well, it seems like you're having a little family reunion here.
Yes, kind of. Guild reunion.
Guild?
Well, just
Bone Collectors Guild. We're the good guys.
You guys all notice that all of them we're wearing Bone Collectors tunics.
Ooh.
Oh.
Snap.
All of them joined. Basically, all of them joined to help. Like they joined the ranks to help you guys.
Love these guys.
People care.
We do.
Rask is gonna Rask is gonna realize this, and he's gonna like grab Tink by the shoulders and hold her a little bit further.
Let go. I need to eat food. Yes, look it. And she's going to kind of like slip out of your grasp and then step back, and she's going to pull off her cloak fully, and you see that she's wearing a tunic. This one a little bit more custom designed. You can see her sleeves have been cut, so it's like a muscle kind of shirt that sits over a nice set of what looks to be some nice chain link armor that she's made for herself. And she says, "How do I look?" And you can see that she looks a little bit older now. She's definitely you can even see that she wields a scimitar and shield.
Bashir's just going to point towards the weapons and have you been practicing the way that Bashir instructed your people?
Of course. And my father's been teaching me everything, as well as my brother. I've even been going to the military district and learning what I could by them.
Yeah, the military is good for structure, but proper combat in an urban environment, that you need experience.
Now I'm ready to take on anything that comes my way. I'm a bone collector now, she smiles.
Rask is gonna like chop her on the head with his hand.
And she just, ow, what was that for?
Not ready for everything.
She splits in half.
Rask is worried. Rask seems to be careful.
You see Marco and the orc and the 4 others get on, and Marco is going to point to the rest of the new guys that are here that are going down the stairs. Just follow them down to the bunkhouse and get some sleep, gentlemen. Marco's going to walk over, as well as the orc. The orc's going to actually stand right in front of you, Jack, and he's just going to stare you down as he's really close to you and he's breathing. You can see your metals like fogging up with steam.
With that one, Jack don't blink.
Sorry, what was that?
You are you see the orc that is now joining your guys' crew from the silver scales. You can see that the large orc enforcer that was with them is now standing in front of you, and he's face to face with you. He's actually staring you down, and his face is very close to yours, where he's breathing so heavily that your face is getting steamed up from everything.
Can I help you?
And I'll kind of like wipe my face.
You look tough, but are you? You look to be the strongest one here. I wish to challenge you.
I haven't died yet.
Rubik, you do.
Perception's 12.
Rubik, you do hear this. It's kind of quiet as Marco's letting the orcs like say what he needs to say. You look to be the biggest and strongest here, and I wish to fight you. I wish to challenge you in front of everyone here.
Does everybody notice this?
Oh yeah, the orc says it very loudly. Like he does not care who hears this, like what's going on. Even if this is a bad time, is his role in his old group of shipmates. This is how he asserts dominance. He was their lead enforcer, their head deckhand.
Why does this always happen to me?
I'll step. I step forward. Oh,
as well, both of us.
Okay, you both step forward.
Does Skritch hear it? Because he will also step forward.
Skritch, you're right next to him as well. You are walking forward as your hat kind of now runs into the orc's leg.
Is Rask still holding Tink and Bashir?
I don't know, Rask, are you, or do you decide to let go of them as you walk over with Rubik?
Rask let go. Like he had let go to like karate chop her already. So
okay.
Right. That makes sense.
You see that Marco backs up. No, everyone, let's just calm down here.
As Rubik walks, I kind of like bump into both of them on purpose and say, "First one to hit the ground or lose a little blood loses." I turn back around to the rest of the group. 2-1 for the robot. Who placing bets here?
Marco smiles actually that you guys are going to go along and let the orc challenge what he seems to think is the biggest opponent here. The orc thinks because Jack is the orc just thinks because Jack is one of the largest, and he doesn't want to attack Rask because he knows Rask is actually Marco's friend, so he wouldn't want to do that to Marco. But he's going to challenge Jack. He's seen Jack carry Skritch a lot, and that's a big grudge for him. So he knows if he can beat this guy up, it'd be a big win for the Silver Scales. The orc smiles and says, "No weapons, only fists. Agreed?"
Rask is scratching his cheek, just trying to make sure that he heard Rubik right. And he's just like, first one to lose.
I don't have any blood.
You guys are metagaming right now.
Rask is also like really like has Jack bled before? Does he bleed?
Marco is going to whisper into the orc's ear. And when you see the orc kind of realize in a big wave of stupidity that what that whole reason is, what you guys are speaking of. He now realizes that Jack does not have blood. He realizes that Jack is not a human or a humanoid. He is a warforged in a sense. Well, it's still a humanoid, but not a human or an elf of the flesh of what he thought. The orc's going to clear his throat. You can still be put down, though. I'm not scared.
I also said prone.
See, prone too.
Good.
As he
2-1
points
for
to
the
Rubik.
robot. Yeah, it's 2-1 for the robot. Or for the metal man. Sorry.
All right, so the orc smiles and says, "Do you accept, Warforge?" Or he looks over to Marco, and Marco gives him a thumbs up for saying the name right. Yeah.
I'll put my hand out to like shake, like you know, like they do it like the start of like a boxing match where they like bump fists or whatever.
Okay.
Then punch him in the mouth.
And I take his hand and I throw him overboard.
Wow.
Marco looks over at you, Skritchs, with the giant hat, and he's going to lean down and look at you upside down. And he says, "Oh, hello there. You must be Captain Skritch."
Yes, it is I, Captain Skritch.
Are you okay with my enforcer here challenging your enforcer? I only it's only out of good sport and good taste. He wishes to approve his dominance.
Skritch approves. Jack's not gonna lose, so it's okay.
My friend, do not doubt.
It's Captain Skritch's ship. Captain Skritch decides who wins, and Jack wins.
And the orc hears this and kind of looks confused and looks back over at you, Jack, and he says, "I don't care what that stupid goblin says. Between you and me, I'll defeat you, and I will know who wins here today."
Excuse Captain Skritch. Skritch does not like to be called stupid.
You see that Marco says, "Do not call the new captain stupid. We are here to work for him." And the orc rolls his eyes and grunts as he's going to look over at you, Jack. "I will be happy to beat this into you." And roll initiative, Jack.
Quick question. He said no
Yes.
weapons, right?
Correct. He said only fists.
Okay. He didn't say anything about magic then.
Well, I
He
mean,
did say only
fists.
fists.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can use my hands to cast spells.
In fist form?
Yeah.
Jack wins, asterisks.
I just use mage hand and just push him over.
All right.
Skritch
I
changes
think he
his
weighs
mind.
more than 10 pounds.
You go first.
You can make Mage Hand into a fist.
This is a psionic feat to push people, but you can't knock them prone with it.
So I'm going to use Vow of Enmity. As a bonus action, you can utter a Vow of Enmity against a creature
Enmity.
you can see
Enmity.
within 10 feet of you. I believe he's within 10 feet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Using your channel of divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against this creature for 1 minute or until it falls unconscious. So, I get advantage on every single attack. Hold on, moving this over to my other screen. Okay, there we go. You add strength when rolling unarmed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Are you proficient in unarmed strikes?
Yes.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Everybody's proficient. Do you have a?
Yeah, my
Are
attack
you
for it
just-
is 1d4 plus 4 because I'm
Well, no,
Warforged.
Well, do you have the martial artist? Oh, your Warforged
Racial
has it.
feature.
Yeah, it's a racial
okay.
feature where my unarmed
okay.
attacks do plus 4.
Yeah, so then it's just strength. 1d4 plus strength. Everybody else is 1 plus strength, unless you have a martial arts or some other feature.
Fighting style, too.
Oh yeah.
So
Anyway, fighting
19 plus 5 to hit. So 24 to hit.
24.
Yeah.
You actually miss. Your fist hits off of his armor and just kind of like crunches and goes off to the side as you actually create some sparks from metal hitting metal. The orc just smiles. Marco smiles. This will be over quickly, my friend. Don't worry. Just lay down when he hits you.
Second attack.
Jack does not give up.
23.
23. You hit again, and the same thing happens. Some sparks occur. You actually see now after you swing twice and cause some commotion, and you also notice that there's a little crowd around you and this orc on the boat. The people on the shore of the village are now watching as some of them are coming out from the morning as they're all waking up hearing this commotion, and you can see that you've got a little crowd going on. There are people watching this going on. It's gotten some attention. So, Jack, what would you like to do next?
I mean, that's pretty much all I can do that
Okay.
I can think of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Action, bonus action, you have movement.
Natural 20 plus 6.
Sick.
Miss.
So,
if he didn't have the +6, it would have tied.
oh wow. So he's going to throw his fist as hard as he can, and you just see Jack's head just nearly spin all the way around, as almost like it would have cracked the neck of a normal man. But instead, you just see Jack kind of still standing as he leans back forward and props himself up. The orc is going to smile as his fist just kind of cracks as he recoils it back and forth, and he's moving his fingers. Just like hitting a tree, nothing usual. You're gonna go down quick, friend. Nothing special about you. And he's gonna put his fist back up, and he's going to get ready to throw another punch. Wow, 2 ones. It's gonna be 8 damage.
Oof.
After that, he's going to throw another punch, but this time he's going to try to go for an uppercut. $18.
No.
Okay. He swings, and you just kind of dodge out of the side, kind of predicting his punch this time.
Aha.
And it is your turn.
I mean, did he say anything about spells?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
He did not particularly say anything about spells. All he said was, quote unquote, we are going to use only fists.
See, when you say that, only fists.
I mean, you can talk about semantics all day.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Do I use a spell? Do I not?
Come on, wizard.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna like bull rush him and just try to like knock him over.
Okay.
I know bull rush like isn't a thing anymore, but I'm basically just gonna try to tackle him.
You want to push him, or do you want to grapple him?
Same roll either way.
Yeah, I'm
Shove
gonna
him
like
prone or-
sweep his legs out.
Okay.
Shove attack is your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Now, would I still get advantage on that?
Is it? It's See, that's. I don't think so because it's not a. It doesn't.
It's not an
use your-
attack.
Well, it's technically an attack roll.
It
but
is,
it's it's like a skill check.
I was gonna say you're not technically rolling against like with your weapon. You're using a skill.
It's
Yeah.
an, it's an action. It's not an attack action.
Yeah.
Okay. So just one?
Yes.
Okay. 12. Wah.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
it is an attack action according to the rules, but yeah, it's a special melee attack is how it's described in the player's handbook.
Yeah.
So it does weird stuff
So-
with some abilities.
He actually stops you. He actually puts he kind of strengthens his leg and stands it sturdy, and your leg just kind of hits his, and nothing happens. Nice try, little robot.
Can I do that action twice as both attack?
Yeah, it's an attack action, so
Yeah, so as long as you have two, you can do it again.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I kicked my right leg out,
Okay.
to try to kick his left leg out,
Yep.
and then I'm just gonna do a spin back and try to take his other leg out.
All right. Try to Eddie Gordon him. Yeah, Eddie Gordo. There we go. Natural 20. All right. So you want to? So you basically, as you do that one side, you pretty much Cobra Kai and you sweeten the leg, and you do the other side, and he hits the ground hard, so hard he actually falls down the flight of stairs down to the mid deck.
Damn.
He just goes down like a toboggan on a snowy hill.
I think that counts as prone.
You see that as he gets to the bottom, you just hear him go, "Oh, come on!" And you see him kind of throw a tantrum. As you can see, he's been beat, and you see Marco's is laughing hysterically, and as you can hear him, the orc starting to shout for Marco, "Marco, get me up!" Marco's going to start walking down. He says, "Well done, Jack. You actually surpassed my friend's abilities and skills. You impressed me. You are definitely the lead enforcer, and he will respect your decisions from here on out on this voyage." That is all he needed to know.
Has Marco gone down the stairs yet?
No, he's about to.
Okay, I'm gonna push past Marco and run down there.
Okay. You run down there, and you see the orc is just laying face down, and he's just kind of sitting there. "I should have got him in that one part right there, and you got me instead of I should have hit him the first time even harder. He would have hit the ground." And you see he's just basically arguing with himself as his face is implanted in the deck floor.
I'm just gonna teabag him. No, I'll I'll put my hand out to help him up.
He hears you standing above him. "What, are you just here to rub it in?"
I'll just reach my hand out to help him up.
He's going to take your hand and you help him up. He's going to brush himself off, and then he's going to look at you.
We're on the same team now.
He smiles as you say that. "Agreed. Not one to really admit that I was defeated, but I will respect it. You've beat me, and I will listen to your word as we take out over this voyage. Trust me, my friend, the last thing you want is someone not being able to listen to you or take orders on the ship. For that, if that any split second happens of hesitation, we could all die out there. We are the law. We must protect the captain and the officers. It is our duty." As he kind of puts his hand out to hopefully you'll give him a brotherly kind of handshake.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. He smiles and says, "I will follow your lead to the very end."
And I'll be glad to have someone who can actually pack a punch next to me. Next
And,
time,
he
we
smiles
should
and
do
kind
weapons
of,
and magic.
He smiles and kind of rubs the back of his head. "Oh, well, thank you for that. I've been working on my punches." And Marco says, "Are you two lovebirds done down there, or what?" And he looks to you. He looks back to you, Skritch. He says, "Captain Skritch,
Marco, you're next.
as your main deckhand, he kind of looks behind him as he rolls his eyes, and he says, as your lead deckhand, I suggest that we get going soon, but I would like to talk to your navigator. Do I have permission to go see him in the brig?" As he looks over at Rubik.
Captain Skritch, I'll allow you that.
Bashir has the key. I can allow you to see him. And I'll just go with him.
Wonderful. All right, so you guys decide to go below deck?
Yep.
Rubik's just gonna, as he sees them walking away, he wants to follow, but says, "Breakfast being prepared. You guys know your way around. The rest of you follow them. I'm gonna go get some food and ale and sleep, and make sure Dev doesn't murder those two." Just turn around and follow them.
All right, so you guys, you want to head down towards the kitchen, Rubik?
Well, I'm following the baby dragon and
Bashir and
the ship boat
Marco.
guy. Yeah, Marco.
Okay.
I know
so
his name.
So you follow Bashir and Marco down below deck, and you're gonna go with them to go talk to Dev and then go eat food. Do the rest of you? Do any of you guys wish to decide to follow, or do you guys want to do something else? The enforcer is just gonna actually stay on top of deck. He says, "I'm gonna stay up here and just keep an eye on things. I will keep first duty and wait till we set sail for further orders."
Jack.
I almost said yes, Andy.
Yes?
Well, I was actually going to ask if you could, but actually, could you accompany me in getting some supplies?
You okay? Your voice sounds very raspy.
I'm sleepy. I'm very sleepy.
Well, you should rest in like 20-minute intervals, like I do.
Oh yeah, it's just so easy for you inorganics.
Usually when like Rubik talks, I just take a quick shutdown.
Wow. Wow.
Either way, you'll be able to help.
I'm gonna lightly smack him, like wake him up a little bit.
Yes. So is that a yes then?
Sure.
Thank you.
Skritch will come.
Are you? I mean, I was just kind of getting a gauge of what everybody needed, and I was just gonna pick it up.
That's okay. Skritch needs to go to town anyways.
Are you sure? I mean, there's a lot of preparation that needs to be put into the ship before we leave.
Yeah, Skritch needs things.
Well, I mean, have you counted your treasure? It's always good to count our treasure before a voyage. Make sure you know what you have.
No, but Skritch has Bashir to do that, so Skritch is gonna go to town because Skritch needs things.
Am I the treasure now too?
Ivan's gonna facepalm. Okay, all right. Please don't cause too much trouble for the villagers. For the villagers, you. Ivan's just gonna look. He's too tired to put up with it right now. He's just gonna start walking.
Hold on. Skritch is gonna leave his hat here.
I'm not walking to ship. I have to get. I mean, to speed this up, can everybody just like message me what they would like? DM.
Would
Everyone,
like.
as in,
Like I'm gonna go to the store for people. Like, so I'm basically just asking for like little personal lists.
everyone
So
on the
can
ship, you're gonna go to the store for?
No, just the PCs.
Oh, then yeah, they can all send you stuff.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
can all send you a list of what they want.
That's cool.
I got a second. Modify
Go
real
ahead.
quick. You're good.
What I can, just send me something.
So Rask, what would you like to do in the meantime while Jack, Skritch, and Ivan are going to go shopping? Are you going to stay on the ship or go shopping, or what would you like to do?
Rask is going to probably go up here and wedge himself between the mainmast and then the railing and just go to sleep.
Okay, you wedge yourself up there, and Vree sees you, and she just watches you lay down, and she just laughs and says, "Good night" or "Good morning," however you wish it.
Too many people.
It seems like there's more and more every hour on the hour. As she looks down at the orc, who the orc is smiling at her, and you see Vree is just looking at him in disgust, as she just doesn't like other orcs. She doesn't like fellow orcs. And she actually makes the comment of she points at both of her eyes with her index finger and middle finger, and then points back at him. and then points at his throat, and he just kind of gulps as he turns around and walks back towards the others.
That one doesn't like me.
I don't like him. As she kind of snarls, and you see that she gets a bite on her line. She just snags another bite as another fish is reeled up. Skritch, Ivan, and Jack, you guys are gonna head out into the town now as the sun is rising.
Yeah.
All right.
Skritch is gonna run to the captain's quarter, drop off his hat real quick, and then head out.
Okay. You run into the captain's quarters, and it's super empty, and you just kind of set it right on the middle of the floor, and you just kind of like look at it, and then like stop, look back at it, and then run back outside. So you guys are off. You guys are off to go shopping. Rask is sleeping. Rubik, you went down below with Bashir to go take him to go see Dev. And let's take everybody down below deck. All right, Rubik and Bashir, you guys are walking with Marco down to the brig of where you are holding Dev. Is there anything you guys would like to do or say to him while you're walking down there?
So we put him in this room, and there's no window, so we might have to take him to a different room. I was gonna untie him, but maybe we'll just drag him, prop him up by a window.
We could always tie him to the main mast.
I mean, how important are his hands to navigating?
And feet.
I mean, yeah, he couldn't get around very good without feet, but could he still navigate?
I hope you're not serious. He would need to be able to walk around the deck and see all sides of the ocean. He needs to be able to see the stars and in the weather.
So we put him in the crow's nest.
No, absolutely not. I mean, the crow's nest is not a bad idea, but he'd have to climb up there all the time, and that could be a risk if he falls. You want to keep him safe.
We build a cage around the crow's nest, and we put him up there, and he doesn't come down.
Wait, why does he need to be in a cage? What did he do?
He supposedly murdered an entire village.
Wait, are you serious?
No, that's what a crazy boy told me.
Master Rubik, you cannot fool me like a child. You must be serious with me.
I am. A crazy young human told me that. He murdered his entire village, and...
The boy is on the ship if you wish to ask.
Thank you.
Wait, so your navigator apparently killed an entire village, and there's a boy on the ship too that seeks vengeance.
Well, no, not an entire village. The boy's still alive.
You said something of only his wife being the one who passed?
Yeah, we're not certain. The village is definitely still there. The guard said that the village still stands, but we think the boy is crazy and over the loss of grief of his wife, and he blames this guy. So he's trying to kill this guy for killing his wife, but he thinks he killed the whole village to try to get the authorities on his side. But he actually believes that he killed this whole village. So it's a complicated situation. But I'm sure Dev killed a lot more people than what was in this boy's village. Just not all in the same village. Just over the course of Dev's life, I'm sure he's killed a lot of people. He's not like the best guy, but he's not a bad guy. He helped us out of a sticky situation before.
You
see that Marco's staring at you? He actually stopped walking and turned around and just looking at you, Rubik, who just went off on a tangent. I don't know what to say, Master Rubik. I don't know if I can trust this fellow then. Perhaps we should not have him as our navigator.
I mean, doesn't him surviving mean he needs to do a good job navigating?
Wait, what?
If he doesn't want to drown in the boat. He better not steer us into a bunch of rocks.
Well, I agree, my lord, but don't you think that we should let him do what he needs to do, though? Because then we might steer into rocks anyways. You said he can look from the window, and you're talking about chopping off his feet or putting him in a cage.
Well, I said, does he need his hands or feet? No one said anything about chopping them off. We have him in shackles. What kind of a monster do you think we are?
He just face palms, and you just see at this point he doesn't know what else to say or do. Let me just see
chop off people's hands and feet, Marco.
To be honest, Bashir would like to know what his fingers taste like. Out of curiosity, nothing more.
I mean, I assume they're just they're probably fine. Maybe a little tough. As far as fingers goes, what do you think, Marco? What you tell us when you see him? What do you think his fingers will taste like?
I don't know what any fingers would taste like. What are you speaking of?
Fingers. Like do you like jazz hands?
Bashir will pull out.
No, you do not eat fingers. I hope you do not eat fingers. And he looks over at Bashir. I'm sure he eats fingers.
Bashir's pulling out a finger to chew on.
Oh, Bashir, really, honestly, right in front of me. Can you not wait?
Bashir needs to finish these before they spoil.
Oh, I'm sure they've spoiled, my friend. They smell horrendous. As he just kind of puts his hand over his mouth and nose.
No, these ones are only a few days old.
Go down the stairs again to the 3rd level, and you are now right in front of Julia in the next room as you've unlocked the door, Bashir. And you're in the small hallway where Julia is standing in front of the door where the brig is. Inside, you actually hear Dev singing. And the rain will set the sails of fire and rain. And then he just starts going off as you can actually hear him dancing. He's moving back and forth as it sounds like he's doing a waltz with nobody. Julia is actually just sitting in a chair carving a piece of wood, and she's just kind of just humming along.
As they approach, Bashir's just going to offer her a finger.
She looks up and she says, "No, thank you, Lord Bashir, though. I appreciate your finger offer."
Bashir, did you just give her the finger?
She laughs.
She refused.
Marco looks at all three of you as if you're insane about the whole finger ordeal. Just put the fingers away. Where is this? Is this your navigator? You see that he looks over at Julia. He says, "Is this your navigator? She seems to be unchained or unbound and very beautiful, actually."
Oh no, she's gotten loose! Quick, Bashir, call the guards!
Bashir just gives like the straight face up at Rubik, like really.
And he says, Marco rolls his eyes. "Lord Rubik, you must treat a lady of this beauty with great respect. I am sorry. Your name is Lady Julia?" He's going to walk over and offer his hand to kiss it. And she just kind of looks at him. "I don't even know you. I will not offer you my hand until you've proven your worth. And you are not even wearing a bone collector's tunic, so I don't even know if I could trust you." "Oh, well, I guess all navigators are very weary of people. No matter, I will win your trust, my lady." And he smiles.
To correct a few things, this one is new to the bone.
Wait. Shh. Hold on. You would like a dance with our navigator, yes?
Wait, me? As you see that?
Yeah, we'll hum along as accompaniments, won't we, Julia? Wink at Julia.
Julia smiles and she says, "Yes, I would. It would be very nice if you would dance with the navigator on this fine evening or on this fine morning." As she curtsies, both of you roll a deception check.
No, we're not.
Oh, you're right. It's not a roll persuasion.
Perfect.
That would be roll a charisma.
It's the same for me.
Oh. Okay.
Nailed it.
Oh my god.
10.
Oh my
Worth
god.
it. That's funny.
You see that Marco kind of slicks back his hair, fixes his shirt and his collar, and he says, "My lady, it would be an honor to dance with you on this fine morning."
Oh.
And go on, Rubik. She's going to just wait for you guys to say something.
As this is happening, Bashir's going to start unlocking the door.
Yeah, there you go. We just kind of Bashir unlocks it and pulls it open. I'm just gonna push him in, just kind of and push him that way.
All right, he's about to take Lady Julia's hand and offer it as he's looking down and kind of bowing to her. You shove him in as Bashir opens the door almost in a perfect timingly manner. And as soon as that happens, you see that you can see now that the door is open that Dev is actually just walking around and dancing with nobody, but he sees that this person comes in and just picks him up and starts dancing with Marco. Marco is just stunned and scared now at this point and is looking around. Wait, what is going on? Who is this? And Dev is very strong, being a half creature that he is, and just lifts Marco off of his feet and is now spinning him around like a little doll. Put me down this instant! As he's being spun around by Dev. And time will tell, the sails will wail with me.
Clap.
And Julia's just laughing hysterically, and you can see that the chains are actually right near the door, Bashir, as well as the gag, and they're nicely folded and rolled up.
I was gonna say, as soon as he sees the fact that Dev is out of his bindings and everything, Bashir's just going to like squint his eyes and like sort of like drag and like hiss at Dev, and just be like, "Why are you out bindings?"
I cannot hear you, my friend. I am just too busy dancing with my new friend. As you can hear Marco screaming, "Rask, help! Rask! Rask, help me!" As you can hear Marco screaming for his life as this giant fellow is making him dance.
I turn to Bashir, and I say, if he causes problems the next time he's in shackles, we put rivets through his arms.
Bashir has sent out a request for materials to do just such a thing.
As you say that, he's going to set down Marco and put the shackles back on, and then start putting the gag back in his mouth.
No, hold the gag. No gag. Not just yet. As long as you're done singing.
I'm done singing, my lord. As he's done putting the shackles on.
All right. Who's
our new friend here, and why has he come to dance with me? And Dev is just going to sit down and just kind of put his feet Indian style as he's sitting there looking up at him.
Well, he's obviously taken with our navigator. He said you're the most beautiful thing he's seen in his whole life.
This is the navigator. But oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Dev, if it helps with your cooperation, we're still confused if you've murdered the whole town. We know that you didn't, but you may have murdered the kid's wife, so we're holding that against you still. But okay,
my lord,
okay, you killed her in fair combat, I'm sure. But anyway, there's breakfast.
I didn't kill anybody. I don't even know. All I know is that the boy is insane and wishes to kill me. He's tried killing me several times.
Okay. Well, if you do a good job navigating and don't run us into rocks, because if you do, the big robot man's going to grab onto you and sink you down to the bottom, and then once you're dead, he'll just walk home because he can do that. So,
it's true. I can't wait for feeding trough to drown me.
Answer truthfully, and we'll bring you some food, maybe.
Oh, lovely! That'd be wonderful. This blanket I've been nibbling on for the most of the night has been quite dry.
Bashir offers him a finger.
Oh, thank you. And he's actually going to take the finger from you and start eating it.
Been in here like 4 hours.
I'm hungry. I need a lot to eat. The jail food that they gave me before was horrendous. At least here I get fingers and blankets.
Okay. Just answer the questions. And Rika just steps out of the cell and as he turns past Julia, he says, "You're a true hero."
Julia smiles. "Thank you, my lord." As she bows, "It was an honor." This Mark fellow, can we trust him as well, though? Either of them, both of them, give me a weird vibe.
If the ship sinks, they die too.
She nods.
But
you hear Marco eventually smile at him, and he says, "Well, Dev, if that's what they call you, I'm not sure if you're a navigator, but you tell me, which way should we set sail, and which direction should they be set?" And you see, he's going to start asking me these questions, and no, Rask, you didn't really hear him. You didn't hear him over Dev's horrible singing.
But I hear Dev's horrible singing from all the way on top of the deck.
You can hear it faintly, as if almost just like it sounds like someone's singing throughout the village. Like you couldn't really put your finger on where it was coming from.
Drumming through the floor.
But Marco starts to ask him some questions, and Dev says, "I would actually need to go outside and see the weather and take testing of the wind. You see, as a navigator, I need these things. They don't even give me an office with a window. I'm stuck in here in this small little room."
We could only dismount due to the front of the ship.
"Well, that would kill me," he smiles. "And if you're going to do that, you should do it now before we set sail." And he smiles even further.
Bashir could probably tie you to the mast without any issue.
Oh, great. So then
I was
birds will.
thinking a cage in the crow's nest.
That
All
would
I
take.
ask is for a little freedom. Why don't you have the woman follow me around with the sword to my throat? I would prefer that much better than sitting in this room. If you need a navigator and you don't want to sink, then you should let me navigate.
It's a figurehead, like in time to like the front, like
Robot.
Yes, that is what Bashir
a
offered.
mast.
That's what the little one just said.
Like the yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're pretty bad right now,
I'm not
Rubik.
paying attention. Sorry.
Oh.
Dev just rolls his eyes. Well, if you're going to kill me and you both are going to threaten me with the same type of death, why don't you just get it over with then? And if you don't trust me, I need to be able to navigate, though. I will run you aground if I have to sit in this room and guess which way the wind's blowing, or if you wish to all give me these coordinates and all this information, and I'll run you up and down the deck like ragdolls, then that's fine with me as well.
You know, it might be worth to let him on the, walk up to the top deck. It's funny watching him when he like waddles with the shackles on his feet.
I will gladly waddle up to the top deck, and I only need about 10 minutes of time. That's it, and then you can put me back down in the room.
Quack quack, Dev the duck.
When the weather changes, you definitely should alert me and bring me back to the top of the deck, because it could change everything. But of course, we're on the ocean. When does the weather ever change? Am I right? And he just starts laughing.
Bashir
And Marco's
just,
going to roll his eyes. It's going to be the most interesting trip I've ever been on. This voyage could be very challenging if we have to keep our navigator separated from the elements. If that's your wish, though, Lord Bashir, then may I bring him up every once in a while when the weather changes.
Bashir does not care either way. It's just probably best that we keep him away from the boy.
Agreed. I don't wish for the navigator to be killed, and perhaps if we are going to bring him on deck, I alert one of you immediately, and only one of you will, or always at all times, one of you will be assisting me, and Lady Julia bringing him up.
It is agreeable.
All right then. Fair enough then. From just questioning him, he seems to know his things. He's definitely a qualified navigator. But I will need to know more information. My final test will be on the ship. Let's go. And he's going to grab the chains and bring Dev up onto the top of the deck. Some fresh air at last, as Dev smiles.
Been like 4 hours.
I've been trapped in a jail for a very long time, a little over 2 weeks.
You had a nice long walk here. We got the whole town watched you waddle through.
No, but I was just so excited.
So were they, to get rid of you.
I'm sure they were. He smiles as he seems kind of like glad that they hated him so much.
The sun's coming up. You still have an appointment you can make.
Forgot about that.
Like I said, only 10 minutes and then back down in the brig, and he smiles.
I'm sure that you can have breakfast on the deck with this person. Just don't fuck it up.
Are you playing for Marco?
No, I'm talking to Dev.
Oh, okay.
I'm like looking at Dev when I say don't fuck it up.
Yeah. But who are you telling him to eat breakfast with?
Oh, I said breakfast on the deck, just in general.
Oh, okay.
And
He smiles and says, "Oh, I get food too. Wonderful. I'll cooperate. Be a very good boy." Dev smiles as he puts his hands together that are in shackles.
We'll break you out of prison again some other time.
Well, maybe I should
free you from incarceration.
Yes, because I've been wronged. But no, maybe I should just stay with you guys from now on. Apparently that just seems to be my fate, as he smiles, as you guys are now bringing him on top of the deck. And Julia is following as well as Marco, who seems to be very weirded out by this whole situation with the navigator. He seems very worried about this. He's not sure how well this is going to work out. So you guys are all walking up. The three of you guys who are shopping are now walking around the town.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with like a general store and see what else I can find.
Okay. We are actually going to come across to the first building that you guys notice, which is a small, what looks to be a small butcher shop. It looks like it looks like it also has a lot of fish hanging up.
Ooh. Actually, I do need to stop here. Masuma's been growing so fast lately that she needs more food. It seems. I'll walk up.
Okay. It is open, and you can see that there's actually a bunch of halflings who are. It looks like a large family of them who are bucketing fish out and stocking the new fish piles and adding ice to some of the bins and water. And a small boy stops and says, "Hello there. Can I help you today?"
Yes, I was looking for a surplus of fish, and able to feed a friend of mine.
He's going to run over to a bin of it looks like cheaper end fish, but they look bigger, pretty big size. And he's going to point to one, and he says, "One gold, 50 silver."
One of them is 1 gold, 50 silver.
He nods his head. Yes, yes.
God. What else did you have?
The father walks over and he sees this and he says, fish, good, fresh, fish, fresh. Do not worry. Good price."
I was just, and I understand. I was just wondering what other fish you might have.
He points over to larger fish that are more money.
Son of a bitch.
Ocean fish, not small river fish or stream fish. Big fish, ocean fish.
Good. So, how much would I need to feed Masuma?
With that fish alone that he was talking about, the one that was about a gold and 50 silver, you could tell you could probably cut up into about 3 portions to feed Masuma. They are big fish, but they basically could feed a lot more people in a sense. They have more food to them.
I'll buy 20 of them.
Okay.
You were telling me before there was like a little, like I can't think of the term, a place that we could store live fish. They're not live, are they? But
no, they're not live. They're dead. And no,
Yeah,
not on your guys' ship. You don't have a spot like not on your guys' ship. I was working on stuff. I was working on other boats that have that, but not your
Okay.
guys' ship. You guys do have basically a giant ice box in the sense in the kitchen room. It's underneath the floor.
Okay.
Which is where you keep a lot of your surplus of meats and other cheeses and things that need to stay dairy, things that need to stay
All
cold.
right, yeah, I'll buy 20 of them. So that's 30 gold.
Yep.
If Tim doesn't like the prison cell, we can put him in the ice chest.
Quick question, Caleb.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but when the guys left the ship, they steal or did they take like all the like supplies too, like the food and shit, or was that?
No, they
left
left.
behind
They
first?
left a lot. They left a lot of the basic supplies there. They took everything out of the captain's quarters. It looks like they took some other supplies, like some of their nicer things, but they left a lot of other cargo behind. They even left a lot of food and water and ale behind too.
Okay.
They even left some other furniture. You now have a piano. There's a nice clock down there. There's some other crates of other goods and things that they've left behind that they just couldn't take on their ship. So they left you with enough suitable amount of supplies to set sail.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was just wondering. I didn't know if we needed to get supplies for the ship too.
Yeah, no. For the most part, you're good. You do have more people now, so I don't know. It's however you guys need to decide that or get your professional tips from, but you do know that you have more people on your ship than before as well.
Okay.
But no, you buy the fish and you hand him the money. The halfling's very happy and he says, good deal. This fish very cheap, very big, feed many people.
Might you know a spot that might sell some vegetables and nuts?
Out of city limits, past the tower, past tower.
Hmm. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hmm. Sometimes she come through with wagon, but very rare, once a month.
All right. I'll look back at the other two. Do you need anything?
Skritch needs to go to the blacksmith.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure we'll make our way there. What do they have, like a crate they're giving me? This
No, they're
in,
they're
or-
as they're filling. They are filling it up with a barrel. The guy is going to look at you and he says, "If you take, no charge. We take to your place, charge
How much?
where you want."
We have the large ship in the dock there.
He looks out at the dock and he sees the silver scale, the silver lantern. 35 silver. And he stares at you very, very kind of very business. Like you can see he's very firm on his price.
25. I just bought a surplus of fish.
Roll persuasion check.
My persuasion is so good.
Hmm.
Ooh, so close to a 20.
An 8 though.
Yeah, 8.
You
Give
see
him
that he
0.
rolls his eyes and says, 35 or no deal. You take with you. Lug giant fish barrel with you. See how easy is.
I could make it easy. Now I just want to do it on a wait. Bitch.
The halfling looks and he says, I have fit boys. Take on barrel. And you see that they have a wheelbarrow that they will basically take down to the ship with it.
Fine.
And he puts out his hand for the 35 silver.
I give it to him.
Okay, he smiles greatly as you put it in the palm of his hand. Sounds and feels so good as he puts it in his pocket. Anything else, friend?
No, I think I'm quite good here.
Good. Have a good day.
You. I'll turn around and walk out.
Okay.
We can head to the blacksmith next.
Okay. So, Jack, you're gonna follow as well, or do you want to do it, or say? Do you want to say anything, or do you want to go anywhere in particular?
No, I'm kind of just along for the ride right now. I'm looking through stuff that I might want to get.
Okay. You see,
Oh, actually, oh no, never mind. Wrong shop.
So you guys start heading off, and the guy says, "Come back anytime, friend."
Break the door on the way out.
So you guys are heading towards the blacksmith shop. In the meantime, Rask, you're still sleeping. You're actually getting some good sleep with everything. But roll me a perception check.
Roll or passive?
Actually, yeah. What is your passive?
18.
18. So yeah, you actually are startled and awake by something. Now roll me a regular passive, or roll me a regular perception check.
Uh, 24.
On the top of the ship,
Pause for dramatic effect.
you down below, on the actually towards the front of the ship, you actually notice that something very odd is happening down there. You can actually see something kind of flop over the top of the deck from the water side of the ship.
From this end? Yeah. Okay. Rust hears this, and I guess he sits bolt upright and like scrambles around. He's not really sure what it is. So,
Okay, so you start scrambling. You want to start heading that way quickly, or?
yeah.
Okay, the orc sees you doing this, and he says, "What are you doing? Why so fast?"
Loud noises.
And he scratches his head in confusion, and
Rask is gonna point.
you make it up to the stairs. Roll me another perception check as you get up there.
Let's go soon.
14.
Okay. You see a fellow hiding right behind the bench and right close to the wall, and he sees you see him. Oh, shit. Oh, is this not my ship?
Have we seen this guy?
You've never really seen him before. He looks like some raggedy type of sailor of some sorts. He kind of looks at you, says, "Sorry, I'll just get going here." And I thought I was swimming over to my ship. And he's
Wait.
going to walk back over to the edge.
Who are you?
I am just a drunk. Found my way onto somebody else's ship. My apologies, Captain. I will leave now in peace. My apologies.
Well spoken for a drunk. Can climb very well for a drunk too.
Oh, you heard? I mean, once you get me liquored up, I can do anything, right?
What ship are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for the silver scales.
Rask is gonna wave the orc up.
And the orc starts walking up as he looks over. He looks down below for you, waving up somebody. Oh, I'm not. I mean, if this is not the silver scale ship I thought it was, I'll just get going.
We have a silver scale.
Oh, you do there. Hello, friend. And you see that the orc you wave up, he's just kind of standing there looking at you and then looking at this guy who's standing over on the opposite side of the ballista, like near the edge of the ship. And the orc is just staring at you and staring at him. What?
This one says he's a silver scale.
Oh, no, the guy chimes in. I never said I was a silver scale. I was just looking for the ship.
Why?
Well, because it's a nice ship.
Is he a water bandit?
The orc thinks of what you say. Water bandit, that makes no sense.
Rask just like thinks. Pirate?
As you say that, down at the other end where you were before, you actually see Vree is actually falling down the stairs as several other of these members, these other people that are dressed like this fellow, are now boarding your ship. On the top of the deck on the other side, you actually see Vree get kicked down by another female. It looks like a human woman, and she says, "This ship is ours, boys. We'll take it from the traders of the silver scales and keep it for our own." And you see a bunch of them are now climbing over the edge.
Well, Rask is gonna immediately cast Thaumaturgy then, since he sees this.
All right. Who do you like to cast it on?
Well, no, it's a general. It's a cantrip just to boost my voice.
It's a target
okay.
itself, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it targeted?
I think you can
you can
choose
target
separate.
it.
It depends on how you use it,
Yeah.
but you can
That's
use it on
weird.
yourself. Yeah.
For your voice, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's on me.
Yeah, I know there's a couple different ways. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah. Himself. Rask targets himself. Boosts his voice.
Okay.
I guess the first thing that comes to mind, he's gonna shout, "All hands on deck," and then he's gonna shout, "Bone collectors,
Okay.
Assemble.
assemble!" Autobots roll out.
Ensemble.
Ten hut.
And you shout this, and you see that everyone starts to go to arms. The orc next to you draws his giant axe and says, "Oh, we're being attacked by sea bandits or water bandits." There we go. And he draws his axe. And the guy that you were talking to draws his sword and is just going to get ready to come towards you. Roll me initiative, Rask.
16.
Okay. So, Rask, you will go first.
Assume we all hear this, or you want us to roll for perception?
Oh, I made it really loud. I assume it would be loud enough for everyone in the harbor to hear.
Yes, a lot of people do hear this.
Booms up to 3 times as loud for a minute.
How loud can a 6'4" lizard folk get?
Let's
Times
see.
3.
I'm pretty sure your voice would carry pretty far on its own.
Do you say it in Draconic, so it's some kind of screeching velociraptor noise?
Nope, it's in common because he knows that nobody other than Bashir speaks Draconic. Oh, and Dev. Wait, no, not Dev. And the Beakman.
And
wait, is Beakman still up top?
Yeah, last we heard he was up there.
Can't climb down.
You're not too sure if Beakman's up there or not.
Fuck, okay.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, oh, he did. Oh, shit.
But yeah, it is your turn first.
Okay. Rask is gonna look at the orc. You want this one?
I'll have him.
Rask
And he just smiles at him and just kind of waves over at him as his axe is being drawn off of his back.
All right. Rask is gonna dash down, or just run down. I think. How much is my movement speed?
Thaumaturgy is
30.
an action.
Hmm?
Is Thaumaturgy an action to cast?
Yes.
But
I don't know if that's considered part of my first turn or if it was part of.
That's up to.
I would allow you to do that before combat, before everything happens. So.
Okay.
I would allow you to do that as a reaction of them trying to do a surprise attack, but you found out about their attack in a sense.
Cool.
Well, you stopped that guy who couldn't really lie very well.
Nope, that's fine.
Or tried.
Yeah, he did try.
So 30 feet?
30 feet to the nearest guy. Can I reach him? That seems like a really weird... should be... Is this 10 feet or is this 15 feet?
That says 10 feet.
I think you have it on a different one.
Looks like it's 2 squares away from you.
Right, it's 2 squares, but sometimes people say it's technically more than 5 feet to go adjacent or corner. So some places read this as 15 feet.
No, for the hexagon. Or, no, I'm sorry, octagon. It's more. I think.
Okay.
There's a whole math thing.
I would say you could, but because that ballista is between the two of you, you would actually roll with a. Because you get advantage, correct?
No.
Oh, you don't get. Okay, so if you just get natural, then yeah, roll with a disadvantage if you want to hit him from there.
Okay, never mind then. Then he'll probably come here.
Okay.
And can I? How far are they? Guiding bolt. I have it minimized and I can't read it. There it is. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt, which is range of 120. I can't really see this guy, right?
You can see him. You saw him up there when you were on the opposite side, like coming down the stairs. You can see him. There's not really any obstacles in your way, and he's technically would be on top of the captain's cabin.
Okay. Yeah. So then Rask actually ran straight down, and he's gonna cast guiding bolt. Yeah. Okay. So there is the mast in the way for this one, though.
Yes, correct.
Guiding bolt on the furthest one from me,
Okay.
which is +8. Oof. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, okay. This one is 46 radiant damage. Uh, 18 radiant damage.
Okay. How do you kill him?
Rask was pointing. He just cast it, and I guess it blasts him straight in the chest.
Right,
It's up to you if he goes flying or if he just gets
yeah. I'll say you
incinerated.
pretty much blast the hole straight through his chest, and he just falls to his knees and just drops down. As soon as he gets onto the deck and he screams after his captain declares taking the ship, he just gets shot.
Okay.
And everyone sees this blast soaring across the deck as you kill this pirate. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Rask is gonna look at the one closest to him and just kind of smile, except for I guess that means that it's baring his teeth at him.
All right, you see, he's actually using that ballista as a good little buffer between the two of you now. After that, it is now going to be Vree's turn. She's going to stand up, and then she's going to draw her sword and just kind of stay there for a moment. And she's going to rage and wait to run up the stairs at the woman who pushed her down the stairs.
Oh boy.
The orc. He's just gonna run right over there.
Just gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
He still hits. Okay. He just lobs off his left arm, and the guy is just screaming in pain now as he's just trying to either figure out if he wants to jump overboard or try to grab his arm and then jump overboard. And the orc is just smiling as he's just licking the blood off the axe. And it will now be their turn, but before that, I'm actually going to jump over to the shopping group, or the non-shopping group, the guys down below deck. Rubik and Bashir, you hear the shout. You hear basically all hands on deck, exactly what Rask had said, and that you guys were being attacked. What would you like to do? Is you're now escorting Dev, Marco, and Julia upstairs to the top deck to get some more information if Dev is a good navigator or not.
Bashir's going.
Oh, go ahead, Bashir.
Bashir's gonna turn to Julia. Watch the prisoner. I need to go help the rest of up top. Just nods at Rubik and runs up.
You heard him, and turn as I sprint past him and say, "Race you up."
All right, Marco
Rubik's gonna
looks at
win.
Julia and says, "Well, they might have it handled. Perhaps I'll stay here with you, my lady." And smiles, and she says, "You should go help them too, or I'll leave and you stay here and guard Dev." And Dev says, "I could dance again if you want to." And Marco just follows behind you and Bashir, Rubik and Bashir, very quickly. Wait for me! Wait for me!
Same sound for us.
As Bashir, Rubik, and Marco start running up for reinforcements, they'll arrive next turn. As they're booking it up from the bottom deck all the way up to top now. And Julia's just going to leave Dev right where he is and keep him put until she hears word of you guys taking out these pirates. After that, it will then go to the group of shoppers. We got the shopping squad. You guys arrive at the blacksmith, but you hear a large scream come from the harbor. All three of you roll me a perception check.
I would like to amend that Rask did shout water bandits.
Proves my perception.
not good. 8.
I see that 19 right next to that.
11.
And
12. All right. Skritch, you make out pretty much something about the ship, and you can tell it was Ras screaming this very loudly, more loud than when Ras screamed at Fort Carax when he had turned large.
Did you guys hear that?
No, what?
Mhm.
I mean, the blacksmith. It's so loud.
The blacksmith kind of says, "It might be some lightning off the lake or off the ocean there. It reverberates from the storm, you see."
Skritch thought he heard Ras yell something about the ship.
The old blacksmith kind of looks up at the sky. "I heard nothing, but if you're interested in some buy or some wares here, I have what you're looking for: good weapons, good armor."
Are you sure, Skritch? And I'm gonna kind of like look towards the ship.
You can't really see it from where you guys are. It's kind of blocked by some buildings. You'd have to get back over to the dock or run back down the road where you guys came from.
Skritch thinks so, but Skritch can't be sure.
Should we go check on it just to be sure?
You eventually hear the
how far
warden.
away are
You
we?
eventually, you guys are.
Like, is it like a long walk or run, if you will?
A brisk jog.
Yeah.
Blacksmith.
Ooh,
Okay.
kinda-
Oh, it's our
It's not, I don't think it's only
So-
35 feet.
So it's a good distance. You'd have to. It's kind of like I said. You have to horseshoe around one way or the other. Take the docks or the road. It'd be better to cut through the alley between the buildings there, get on the docks, and then run over there. So then you can at least see what's going on. But when as soon as you guys hear this and you see Skritch saying, kind of eerily, kind of looking off and saying, did you guys not hear that? You hear the warden bell from the warden's tower start to ring.
Oh shit! Let's go. We get to the ship.
Skritch is gonna cast Sending.
All right. To whom?
Ras.
To whom?
To Rask. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you like to say?
Skritch heard you yell. You okay?
Water bandits.
Ras said water bandits. I don't know what that means.
That's pirates. That's pirates.
No, the blacksmith says that's a delicious fish. Stay and shop at my blacksmith.
Hold on.
So, where are we?
The shill on this guy.
Skritch is not convinced.
You're fine to die and buy some wares, please.
So I'm just gonna run this way and just dive into the water and start
Okay.
swimming towards the ship.
It's not exactly 35 feet, just to let you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay,
It's
so you
25.
so Skritch, are you on Jack's shoulders at this time, or are you just walking by? Are you just walking to
No.
by yourself?
I'm not allowed to get upseas.
Okay, so you are still walking. Okay.
Yeah, Skritch will-
Very
Skritch will
clear enough. I mean, as soon as you say you're not allowed to get upseas, I know what that means. So you both see Jack run past the blacksmith and just jump into the water like a torpedo, since he's made of full metal and just in wood. He just kind of dives perfectly into the water towards the
I'll
ship.
run the same direction, but not jump into the water. I'll run the docks, and
Okay.
I'll pick up Skritch on my way through.
Okay, so you pick up Skritch, and Skritch, you just get picked up by Ivan, and you can see Ivan is gently picking you up and running towards the ship as fast as he can.
Which Ivan is not very fast, so it's okay. It's a moderate speed.
I just imagine Jack like he swims by like his legs are like turned at the knee, but like it just rotates around his hips. His hips just turn, so he's got like a propeller behind him. Just going through the water, no arms.
I just use my arms to like turn, and that's it.
Yeah, just like little rudders.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect dive.
So you guys are running towards the ship as fast as you can. Eventually, you see that there is not only the warden's tower is ringing, but the town hall is ringing as well. And you can see that you can actually hear people going, kind of screaming over at the slippery sailor now.
Well, I just sent you something, by the way.
Okay.
all of us hear this?
You and Skritch do,
Skritch and
but
I?
Jack is underwater right now being Aquaman, so he does not hear this.
Skritch, I'm torn. I don't want to leave those people.
Let's let's save them.
I think they'll have the ship.
It's a trap.
Where is like what building is it? Okay, so pretty close still. All right, yeah. I'm going to turn left down one of these alleys as I'm running through,
Okay.
and I will run towards the slippery sailor.
Okay, so you and Skritch head towards the slippery sailor to find out what's going on over at that location. Jack, you're heading to the ship as fast as you can to help out the rest of the group.
I am the strongest one on the ship.
But you're not on the ship.
Yeah,
Well,
but does
I
that
mean-
make it that?
That's just how strong he is. You see more start jumping over the side as it is now their turn.
I just thought of Jack jumping in the water and being like, Ivan, still no upsies. Just disappearing in the water.
Like, oh,
Jack,
sorry.
His eyes tease Ivan, pick him up. He's just like, no.
All right, Rask, you see more of them jumping over the side as they start climbing over with daggers in their mouths dripping wet. As you can see, they swam over. Let's kill them all! Take the ship! For the dagger teeth! As they all raise their weapons, and you can see that there are quite a few of them now coming over the side. Rask, there you can see that you're the closest one. Some of them are going to start heading towards you. You hear the orc up top say, "Watch your back! More of them approaching!"
Rask is gonna take an attack of opportunity on one of them.
Yep, the one that just got up.
Sure.
Take advantage of him when he's down.
As he's climbing up, as he's still right here.
Fingers up. Watch him fall back
Yeah,
into the
fingers.
ocean.
Fuck. Oh, I need to update that.
13 overall.
Yeah, it should be 13.
It should be 13. Okay, yeah. You swing and miss. Oh no, you swing and hit. Actually, it lands. It will if it hits it. If it meets, it beats. So
Yeah.
11 damage. Okay. How do you want to kill him?
I chop off his fingers, and I guess he drops back into the water.
All right, you just lob off all of his fingers in one foul swoop of your glaive, and as he falls to his knees, screaming, as it looks like a drinking fountain of blood, or a water fountain of blood, as he's just holding his hands up with his little nubs, he bleeds out so quickly that he just falls over and passes out from the pain.
Weak fingers.
And he just kind of falls backwards, and you see the other two are just kind of like they're kind of stunned, but they just quickly run in and they're going to try to stab you. Natural 1. He's going to lunge the attack, but miss horribly. As nothing happens. It's kind of embarrassing. You almost think that these guys are not even bandits. They maybe they're villagers who are lost.
Am I damaged by secondhand embarrassment for the miss?
Yeah. No, the other one swings too and misses horribly as well. Very badly. At that point, it is going to be your guys' turn. And when I mean you guys, I'm going to also include Bashir and Rubik because they get there as well. Both of you roll initiative for me, but you will go after Vree, who is after the orc, who's the last one in the initiative so far.
I don't think he could count higher than 20 with that. We might have to ask him to count how many fingers I cut off.
So you got 16, 6. All right, so Bashir, you'll be going last. and then after the orc, it'll go Rubik, then it will go Marco, then Bashir. So you three arrive up on the top of the deck, and you see that there are pirates. Quite a few of them, and they're starting to rummage over and attack anybody on top of the deck. And you see that you don't have a lot of allies on top of the deck besides you guys. You actually pretty much doubled your troops up there just by arriving up there already. You can already see that a lot of them are already in the midst of combat, and a couple of them, as you appear between the stairwell and that ballista right there, the Magnol, I should say, you see that there's two pirates, and they kind of catch you. You kind of catch them off guard. And the one near you, Bashir, actually smiles, and he has two curved daggers, and he says, "I will kill this little one and wear him as belt." As he smiles, and you can see he has a nice platinum tooth right in the front of his mouth.
Bashir will take your tooth and make it into an arrow.
And with that, it will be Rask, you first.
All right then. Rask will. I guess I'll take a swing at this one.
All right, the one right below you, go for it.
Yep. Let me edit the command. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do it this way.
And thank you for sending me that stuff there, Phoenix.
Yeah, no problem.
Actually, Rask
Figured it
gonna
was
go
important
big
to
for
part.
fun. Rask is gonna go big for fun.
Okay, you want to go big?
Go big.
Or go home.
I am wide boy now.
Wide, Ene, Chuck, wah, 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 wah.
So he gets.
Swole Rask.
I get advantage on all my attacks now.
All right.
You mean you get swole rolls?
I get swole rolls.
Say that 10 times fast.
Nope. Should be +9 for my thing, but 24 to hit.
24 to hit?
Yep.
All right. So you turn around pretty much and whip your glaive around, and you hit. Roll for damage. How do you kill him?
20. God damn. Rask is just apparently gonna keep spraying everyone with blood. He's gonna probably end up painting this Mangala. I don't remember what it is called. This thing.
Mangonel, yeah.
Mangonel. With blood as he turns to face the one that's still in front of him.
All right, you just slaughter another one with your glaive, as blood just spills all over the deck, and you can tell that since it's got nice water resistance and a nice stain on the deck, that the blood just kind of pools up and just looks very lively, like as the boat tips back and forth, and mixes with the water as well. That's on here already from the rain from the night before, and you can see that the pirates are not even swayed. You can see that they see this kind of violence all day and every day. They're just going at you blindly with all of their might.
Excuse me.
It will now be. Sorry, the water bandits.
I'm kidding.
No, I know. Vree is going to swing at the one right below her who stabbed her in the side. Oh, yeah, although that is right. You do get another one. My apologies. And then you can use the butt end as well, right?
Yeah. I think extra attack does not use my bonus action, right?
No.
Hold on, extra attack adds an attack to your attack action. You take an attack action, you use it all. You use all the attacks.
Oh, yeah.
So it's versus the same target, or I can use it against different targets.
You use it against different targets.
Yeah, you can also move between them. But once you begin the attack action, you can't.
You gotta keep going.
Action. Right.
Okay.
You can move in between, but you can't bonus action.
Yeah. Thank you, Rubik.
Mm.
This is Tidbits with Rubik.
28 to hit.
Oh my god. Yeah, you hit. All right. You pretty much lob his head off so fast and so quickly that his body falls down in the grate, the supply grate right next to you.
Oh man. Rask is. Yeah.
I just wanted to share a thought, but you're speaking, so go ahead.
Rask is just in the back of his mind. He's like, I'm glad that this can wash out of the deck.
Oh yeah, and you're just
Fine.
slaughtering pirate with every swing of your glaive right now. You are just laying waste to these guys.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying?
I just really wanted to share this with you because I thought it was funny, and I think you guys don't care what I think, but I should say it anyway. So anyway, I just picture Rask in kind of a field of wheat in overalls with a little piece of hay sticking out of his mouth with a scythe. But it's not really hay; it's a field of fingers. And it's just, the harvest is coming in deep this year. Just
Horrible, but yeah.
I just love to think about the pirate situation. They all jump on board. And it's like, we've taken a ship. It's ours. Slice, 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 slice.
Right, they're losing half their men already.
Yeah. Rask is going to use the butt end now. Wait, so
Okay.
can I after the attack? The extra
Yeah,
attack?
because that would be a
thing?
bonus action.
Okay. D6.
26, you hit.
But no. It's it's a 21 to hit, but 1d.
21, yeah, hit.
Yeah, I was trying to find how much damage I do extra.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's the different. I needed to check my other one.
It would be your regular damage if it's an extra attack feature.
Well, so it's the butt end, so it has
Oh,
a
okay.
specified damage. So
Right.
it's 1d.
Okay.
It was 1d4, but DM let me buff it after upgrading my weapon to 1d6. Is it the finger bandits? It's 12 damage.
Okay. You pretty much spin the butt end of the glaive around and just pierce right through his chest, killing him as well. And you kind of harpoon him to the deck. Then you pull out the glaive, and he just kind of his body just slides off like a hunk of meat on a shish kebab, and he just hits the deck like a pile of rocks.
Rask is done. How about you, Orc?
It's not going to be Free's turn. It's not even the Orc's turn yet. He's very
I
far
know.
behind.
Puny orc. He tries too hard.
Okay. Vree is going to lob off the head of the one right next to her, and then she's going to run up and attack the one pirate. It looks like the pirate captain of this crew. It's a more well-dressed female pirate who kicked her down the stairs originally, and she's going to charge up there and clash with her as they just kind of both exchange blows, and nothing really happens at that point as they're just kind of standing off with one another. All right, it is now going to be the Orc's turn. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh no.
Well, he hits the one with no arm and he kills him, but he misses the other one. Hold still, you're like little bugs. And he starts swinging his axe, not trying to hit any of the equipment on the ship.
And this is why pole arms are better than max. No, I'm kidding.
His axe hears you and just cries. No, it is now going to be Rubik's turn.
Rubik comes on deck in full sprint and just screaming as he reaches sunlight, just and just bonus action rage and look around and anything moving that's not my friend. Can I see this immediately exiting the stairs?
You can see both of the ones near you. You can see that one. He looks like a grunt soldier. The one next to the other side of you is looks to be more of a fearsome warrior. You can see that he actually has 2 daggers and is a little bit more well equipped than the rest of these pirates jumping on board.
On to the south.
He's also staring daggers between,
Bashir, yeah.
Bashir and him are.
He doesn't
staring
really
each other
see you
down.
coming until you start screaming up the stairs like a madman.
So attack action, reckless, 2-handed sword.
Oh my god.
Natural 20. Hold on a second. Wait.
How dead is he?
Hold on. Wait. I need to. That's a lot of math. I need a calculator because I'm too lazy. Oh, we just double the dice, right?
We double it.
So that's 56 damage.
Yep. Yeah, 56.
And just I also smite because
You can.
level 1 smite. Yeah, because I just gotta you just fill them full of holes, kind of things. Oh yeah. So another. Why is
14.
that? No, that's
plus one, so
for
just
some reason.
Okay.
So extra 12 on top of that, so 60.
Isn't a level 1 smite 2d8?
Damage. Oh no. Oh, you're right. So hold on, I'll roll that again.
Yeah.
Ignoring the +1. So 6 plus 8. Wow.
28.
Math. 14,
28,
28.
yeah.
28. 84 damage.
Okay. How do you kill him, or how do you want to obliterate him?
I just.
I love
Hold on a second, Rubik. Reconnect really quick.
You're like moaning really bad.
Cut him and
You're really bad.
like I'm splitting wood straight down the middle.
Okay. All right, so you just literally cut this man in half as he's smiling at Bashir. Bashir, before he even realized Rubik's coming over to him, you just see an expression in his face change as Rubik's blade has already met his skull and splitting him down the middle. Within seconds, this man is severed in twain.
Bashir's just going to have his smile widen.
You are now both covered in blood. His blood just kind of explodes out of this man as he splits in two like a banana peel.
Rubik eyed and looks the other direction.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! And presents another target.
All right, you push past Marco, who Marco just puts his hands up in the sky and says, "Holy shit, Rubik!" and just kind of steps aside as you're just becoming a madman. And you walk past over this other pirate, who the pirate is saying, the pirate's saying, "Let me speak to your captain. Let me speak to your captain."
The captain's not here.
26 to hit.
You hit, and how much damage?
31.
How do you kill him?
I got him.
Right, you just lunge your sword right through his stomach, and it just goes out the other end. As you can see, the gleaming sun is like kind of hurling right off the tip of your sword, and the blood that's dripping down it from the other end.
Wait, yeah, I shove it in, and then I continue to run by him, so it like twists because it's a double-bladed sword. So like, and then as I run by, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. Let's see, I used 10.
15.
Well, I used 30 there. I have 15 left. Yeah, so I want to move there. And just run past him and kind of like twist the sword, and push it around, so like he cuts mostly in half, but he's still got some dangly bits, you know.
Yeah, you still got some stuff hanging off the sword there. All right, Bashir, you just see Rubik go mad and just starts cutting people down left and right. There were pirates over here. No longer are they standing. You see that Vree is standing off with what seems to be the pirate captain. And down below, near the front of the ship there, it seems that the orc is still facing off with a couple of them. Rask has taken out all of the ones that were surrounding him, and is no longer having any pirate problems standing down there.
For now.
Lord Bashir, perhaps we should go make sure the rest of the ship is safe. They could have gotten on in the other part of the ship.
You think there is possibility they could be on the lower decks?
We do not know. They've already snuck onto the ship. Who's saying someone could have slipped through? Others could be with their guards down. I suggest we get down below deck and make sure that it's searched. The rest of your friends seem to have everything, as he looks around really quick again, handled up here. Perhaps we should just make sure, my lord. It's something that I would have done and made sure that the Silver Scales would have done it already. It would actually be an order that would have been submitted. We must act with haste.
Bashir's just going to look at the two guys that Rubik annihilated, and the like pile of bodies around Rask, and just be like, "Hey, Bashir thinks his friends have this. Let us go below and search the decks."
There are probably other friends returning any moment to the ship with more reinforcements. We should alert the others down below deck or make sure and search for any of the others that could have come on. Let's go. And he's actually going to draw his short sword and rapier and let you lead the way.
Bashir's actually going to have his dagger in hand for once, and he'll head down.
Okay, so you guys start booking it down below. Marco's going to look to you, Ras, and says, we're going to go down below deck to make sure none of them snuck on. Keep up the fight, as he's going to charge down below with Bashir.
Ras kind of looks around the pile, and he looks up the railing to see if there's more.
Okay. With that, it will now go over to Jack, who is now swimming underwater. Jack, you are swimming, and you can see that there's a couple of fish who just scattered away. But now everything just seems to be normal. The fish don't even seem to mind you. They're kind of swimming around you, swimming near you. You're just heading right towards the ship, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. You're with your movement speed, you get your full movement speed since you are an adept sorcerer of underwater. And you're moving as fast as you can. I'm assuming you probably want to dash underwater.
Yeah.
Okay. So you swim as fast as you can. You pretty much Michael Phelps it as fast as you can to the boat, and you're trying to assess the situation. You just hear shouting and a lot of death. You see blood pouring over the sides of the railings, as you can tell that there's quite a bit of combat going on up there. And from what you can tell, neither Ivan or Skritch followed you into the water, so you seem to be the only one by yourself going at this point. You don't make it to the ship yet, but you are still swimming, so we'll leave off with you there. Ivan and Skritch, you guys are booking it towards the slaughtered sailor.
The slaughtered sailor
now.
All right. Well, what do we see as we're approaching?
Oh my!
We're all
Darkness.
there now.
Hello,
We got a
darkness,
map
my
for it?
friend.
Oh man, Skritch, we're in for a treat.
High five.
Yeah, this was the tavern that we did the fight with the...
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
No, right.
So you run up and you actually see that there are two guys standing outside and they're talking to one another, and the other guy says, so what are you going to do with your share of the loot? Well, I tell you, when we get that fancy ship, I will... And they stop and they look over at you and they see you carrying a goblin, and they see you just kind of out of breath. Hold on there, friend. We're taking official business here. The slippery sailor is ours now. Go on your business somewhere else.
Can I take a turn? Like, do you want me to roll for initiative?
Yeah, if you guys want to go for it, roll.
Oh yeah,
roll
I'm
initiative,
not hesitating here.
Yeah, both of you roll.
Oh, we just diving right in.
I'm not talking to these guys. I got a 6. Not very good.
Okay, Skritch, you're gonna go first, but you notice that Ivan kind of like as he's holding you, he kind of like gives you, he kind of like taps you on the side and like uses like kind of gives you that look of like, okay, like let's do this.
Can you let me down?
I'll just kind of like I'll set him down. I was gonna toss him, but I won't.
Excuse me, sirs. I am,
Shit, I forgot third person.
It's so hard, dude. I know.
Captain Skritch is me. Can I help you with something?
Captain Skritch, what does that even mean? I don't even know. Listen, little baby thing, whatever you a goblin?
Captain Skritch is a goblin.
Goblins are evil, I thought. Yeah, I heard they sneak into your house and steal your wife and kids, and the guy starts laughing. Well, maybe the captain will give us some coin if we lob off this little goblin's head.
Captain Skritch would like Captain Skritchs had to stay on Captain Skritch's body.
What are you here for? Why are you taking this place over?
We're taking the whole town over, and if you wish anything good upon yourself, you'll get back in your little houses and stay put. Once the takeover is done, we'll tell you the new rules.
Captain Skritch doesn't have a house. Captain Skritch has Skritch's lantern ship.
What are you talking about, lantern ship? There's only one great lantern. It's the silver lantern sitting right there, and we're taking it ourselves as we speak.
That's Captain Skritch's ship, and it's Skritch's lantern.
No, some idiot took it from Jemai Gerard. He won it in some sort of game. He's a famous pirate lord. There's no way you could be that famous pirate lord that beat Jemai Gerard. And they start laughing together hysterically. Like this little goblin could have beat Jemai Gerard. That's incredible. And they just start laughing back and forth, like kind of hitting each other like big doofuses. And the one says, I'm the new goblin, and I took this ship. And they start laughing as he's mocking you. And he says, listen, before you make us laugh of our own deaths, how about you just keep walking before we decide to take your little friend's head? As he looks to you, Ivan. Little man, and he looks at you and pokes you in the chest, Ivan. Get a move on before we start getting pissed off. And he's going to spit right on your shoes.
Skritch is going to cast harm on him.
That's perfect.
It works so well.
You unleash a virulent disease on a creature that you can see within range. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 14d6 necrotic damage, or half as much damage on a successful save.
Holy
the damage can't reduce the target's hit points below 1. If the target fails the saving throw, its hit points maximum is reduced for 1 hour by an amount equal to the necrotic damage it took. Any effect that removes the disease allows a creature's hit point maximum to return to normal before that time passes.
You say, what kind of saving throw?
Con.
Alright, he got a 4.
Okay.
It's such a fuck this guy in particular spell. I love it.
It is. So, takes 52 necrotic damage, but he can't drop below 1. So
the one that mocked you?
The one that poked and spit on Ivan.
Okay, the other one. Okay, so you actually get more pissed off at the one that does that to Ivan. That's the one that draws the line for you. So you pretty much, how do you want to destroy his life to leave? I know he's not dead, but how do you want to destroy his life? Is what I'm saying. Not kill him, destroy his life.
For an hour.
Explodes in pustules and like rotting flesh. And, like,
It's basically you point at a guy and give him cancer.
Basically, he's just kind of like he's gonna like look at him and like stick his arm out a little bit and turn his hand like palm up and kind of like blow on it, and this just dust is just gonna go in the guy's face.
Okay.
He's gonna turn into a clicker.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna start oozing from pustules and stuff.
Okay, he is in bad condition. He just falls to the ground, writhing in pain, screaming and puking.
I'm gonna look at the other guy as he is. I'm actually gonna take a step to the side. Just try to get out of his way.
The one guy that looks horrified as his friend is on the ground. What the hell did you just do to him?
Now, you see, that wasn't quite a smart decision to be so disrespectful. I don't even think you understand who you're talking to here. Now, I'm going to give you... Shut up. I'm going to give you one opportunity to tell me everything that's going on here. Who's your captain?
Roll an intimidation check, Skritch. You can roll an intimidation check too, and you can roll with a... You don't even have to say anything, Skritch. You could just roll with an advantage as well.
Because that's fucking terrifying.
Right.
Nat 20.
Wow. Oh, Skritch was really close to a nat 22, but he got really bad rolls, unfortunately.
Well, you said advantage, you only rolled
so
one.
Nat 20. You see this pirate says, please spare my life. Do not kill me, Liz, my friend. Listen, these guys are really bad pirates. I'll even join you. I'll do whatever it takes. But I'll tell you what, they're planning an entire rebellion on this town. They've sent hundreds of pirates throughout the entire village. We're attacking the wardens. We're going to take the silver scale ship from the idiot. Well, sorry, not the idiot. You're very smart. You're a very smart goblin. I love you. You're very brilliant. So we're not going to take the ship because we can't, because he's so brilliant, but they're going to try to take the ship. I warned you about it. Let's go and stop from taking the ship.
Who is your captain?
He is at the warden's tower fighting the wardens.
Oh, is that his name?
He looks down as he didn't answer your question. Sorry, my lord, sorry. His name is Chaingar. Chaingar the cowardly.
Who's in here? And I'll point to the sailor.
One of his deckhands, Billigus. Be careful though. They call him Billigus the Gutter. He's very deadly with dual weapons. He's killed several hundred people. They say he was in jail for a long time.
As he's doing this, I'm just going to be rooting around through my bag, and I'll locate Junkie, and I'll pull him out, and I'll configure him to the right one, the defense unit that I want.
Okay.
And I'll set him on the ground, and I'll kind of take like a step back and say, "Are you ready to go in, Skritch?"
As he says that, Skritch is just gonna pull out his war pick and shield.
Captain Skritch is ready.
You see one guard running down. What happened to him? What's going on over here? The guard that is standing, the pirate that's standing with you guys, he says, "Let me join you. I'll prove myself, and I will fight him." Since you rolled a natural 20,
like, not even like look at him and just swing his war pick at him.
Or is it that you like raise your hand back to strike in front of you, but you hit him instead?
Yeah, something like that.
You're about to finish the one guy off, but you accidentally swing it out of the way.
Just swing at this guy.
Is that what you want to swing at that guy?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if like we were still going in order or not, because it'd be your turn.
No, you're okay. You do what you want. I am actually busy messing with Junkie at the moment, so I'm fine. Go ahead.
All right, go for attack.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'd like to set him down, and I would like to activate it as he's doing this.
14.
Hit. One above.
Let's see.
You and I each get 12 temp HP.
23 damage.
All right, Skritch, you pretty much break his leg as the pirate falls. You take the other end of your war pick with the sharp end and just lob it through his skull and out the other end as you pin it to the ground.
Why would we want someone who's willing to betray their kind so quickly? I'm saying I don't hate corpse, but
Captain Skritch wants no traitors.
Oh, sorry. We have people attacking us. And you see the guy that was running down there to see what's going on sees you kill the other guy, Skritch. He's gonna pull out a short bow and he's gonna lob an arrow at you. That's gonna be a 10.
Miss.
The arrow just lands. It falls short, unfortunately, for him. And he kind of notches another arrow and he says, "Hold still, and I'll get you this time." And he's just gonna get ready to shoot another arrow on his next turn, but it is going to be Ivan's turn. You were messing with Junkie. You're gonna set him up.
Yes, I did. Yes, basically, I'll pulse him. That is my action to summon him, and my bonus action to pulse it. But I gave us 12 temp health. I did already roll for it.
Nice.
It's that D8 plus 5 that's up a little.
All right, you summon Junkie, and at that moment, we will actually end there for tonight.
Ooh.
I need blood. I haven't gotten to kill anything yet.
I want to leave you guys in suspense with the invasion of the Blood Daggers trying to take over the town of Quilla, and
You mean
also
the eventual slaughter of the Blood Daggers?
But thank you everybody for coming in and listening. Thanks everybody for being a part of everything. Being here for the story, here for the players. We greatly appreciate it. The Round Stump can't thank you enough, and always love having more people listening into this this session. Especially has been a very personal one for me. I really enjoy running the Bone Collectors campaign quite a bit. It'll still be going on for quite some time to come, as long as the players are up for it. But I hope everybody enjoyed themselves tonight. All I do ask is that you guys can vote for your favorite player before we log off for the night, or go raid somebody. I would like to get everybody's votes in for tonight's game. Then I'll announce who won while everyone's still here as well. So it makes sense that we actually, while people are voting, they find out who wins. So if everybody wants to give me their votes of their favorite player, it doesn't have to be the best player, it doesn't have to be the player that did the overall best within roles or combat, just your favorite player overall. Just vote for your 2 favorite players, if you could, 2 maximum, if you could, in chat, and we will get the votes going. Players, if you guys can send me your votes, I'll get the votes going and tallied up as fast as I can so I can announce the winners, and I'll reward the experience points for everybody, and we can get moving from there. But if Kuuretsu and Bashir, if you guys want to say anything, or Carnes, if you want to just give a shout out for your channel as well before we end and get out the experience, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing the archive side of this thing. I had some personal issues the last few weeks, so I may have fallen behind, but I'm getting everything onto YouTube for those who want to look back and see, at least from my perspective, what I've recorded since joining up with the group. I know I haven't been in here long, so it doesn't go all the way back, but it's at this point, the archive is farther back than the VODs can show you. So if you want to start from as early as possible, that's pretty much what I'm doing. But Lord Kirov everywhere, but on the Discord, which is where I am Carnes with the Round Stump. That's about it.
All right, we'll let Kuuretsu take it over from here.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for coming by to hang out. Thank you for the gift subs, Caleb, and for the Prime sub from Carnes. If you guys enjoyed tonight, please do come back next week. Same time. It is Sundays at 6 p.m. CST. For me, since I'm on Central. But we do play this every week that we get a chance to get everyone together. It's always fun. And you get really silly shenanigans like today. Yeah. Please do vote. I have the poll running for you guys. Use the bang vote command and then the number, and we'll pass it on to the DM to, as he explained, kind of reward the players for being really into it, I guess.
Oh yeah, well, however it is.
Yeah.
Making them laugh, making them cry, however you take it as a listener, we try to reward our players for doing their best and giving it their all. All right, we got one from Jay. I think the last person I'm waiting for is Rubik for our players.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
You're one of those. Mm-hmm.
You are?
Since when?
Since when?
Thanks again, guys, for listening in. We greatly appreciate it.
And do remember, it doesn't matter if you joined in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's whoever you feel like you like the most.
Yep. And it's not like you have to vote for the same person every time you're here. It's whoever you like the most this time.
If you have anyone that you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for this guy, that's fine. You vote for whoever you want. I'm just saying
Maybe you're in love with Warforged and you just want to vote for Jack every time.
I do really like Jack.
Robots for life.
Or maybe you're a Metal Alchemist fan and you just want to vote for Ivan because he's an alchemist.
Jack's just still under the water. Come here, little fishy.
Right.
I just want to be a little Skritch.
I'm gonna go ahead and close it so we can wrap up.
Okay, perfect. What do we got?
There were
Anybody?
no votes today, unfortunately.
No.
That's all right. We got the players at least voting. I voted as well tonight.
New Line Bot should be able to vote.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
New Line Bot is. For tonight, it's actually going to be pretty set in stone. Skritch got first place, and Rubik with second place.
Congrats.
Thanks,
how Rubik-
guys.
shit.
I didn't think I did like.
I
Thanks,
don't know,
guys.
that
Yeah,
thing with Dev.
I liked your
That
stuff.
thing with Dev.
Yeah.
Wait, could we have voted for Dev?
No,
No, you can't vote for Dev because Dev is me, and you cannot vote for the DM. The DM gets upset when you vote for me. So with that, I will reward experience points. So for tonight, overall base, we didn't do entirely too much. We just got to the pretty much the invasion of everything. So everybody's going to get a base experience of 800 experience points. With the initiative being shared as well, everyone will get a split split EXP for this. Besides Skritch, who wasn't here last time, and Bashir did help a little bit there too. So everybody's going to get 150 additional. So it's going to be 950 total for everybody. 800 for Skritch, and then for first place, Skritch, you're going to get an additional 650 experience.
Yeah.
And Rubik, you're going to get an additional 450 experience points.
Okay. Am I good to wrap up and read?
Yeah, let's wrap up and raid. Thank you
All
for
right.
everybody again of Round Stump's Little Heart. We appreciate you coming and listening to us.
Yep. I'm going to end
Have
the
a good night.
archive here. Tune in next time.
And we're gonna go ahead and raid